Hey everyone, and welcome to Icons and Outlaws, your all-access backstage pass to the legends of the music world. I am your host, Jonathan Sayer.
And I am Jeffrey.
I am Logan.
And this is episode 3, Jay-Z. Ooh. Remember to stay to the end of the episode to listen to our version of Jay-Z's Dirt Off Your Shoulder that you can find on Spotify and our own curated Icons and Outlaws playlist. You can find everything about the show over at iconsandoutlaws.com, and make sure to subscribe. And most importantly here, tell your friends.
Sharing is caring.
Jeff.
Yes, sir.
It's your first memory of Jay-Z.
Cosmic bowling in high school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. What's the song? I can't think of it. With the girl?
From
Rush Hour?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Let me get a right.
That's what it is, right?
Let me get a yeah. Cosmic bowling. I heard.
We'll talk about it for sure. How about you, buddy?
Gold member, Austin Powers. That was my first time ever being introduced to Jay-Z.
Wait, what was it?
With Mini-Me.
With Mini-Me, the cover.
It's a Hard Knock Life.
The Hard Knock Life.
I'm in a GPZ with my Mini-Me and my moto.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that is
good.
so awesome. So first and foremost, I want to say I'm a huge hip-hop fan. Always have been. Of course, I listen to everything. I was a big hip-hop fan my entire life. I wasn't the biggest Jay-Z fan, but this episode, you're going to find out that dude is way more than his music.
He's Beyonce's husband.
It's yeah.
That's a big deal.
It is just ridiculous. So Jay-Z was born Shawn Corey Carter on December 4th, 1969 in Brooklyn, New York, right here in the United States. Okay,
wow.
1969. He grew up in Brooklyn's Marcy projects in the Bedford, I'm going to mess this word up, Stuyvesant, whatever, neighborhood. It's the Bedford, it's the Marcy projects. That's what everyone calls it, so it doesn't matter. Which was pretty rough at the time, where he was raised mainly by his mother, Gloria Carter, who says Shawn, a.k.a. Jay-Z, used to wake up the entire household at night banging out drum patterns on the kitchen table when he was a kid.
Nice.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Cool. If you think about it. His mother bought him his first boombox for his birthday, which kind of set him off on his love for music. That's just what he was into. Shawn's father, Adnis Reeves, bailed out on his family, including Shawn's 3 siblings, at a young age, but they rekindled their relationship right before his dad passed away. So, I mean, at least he got that, whatever back.
Pretty common for that kind of setup.
Yeah, it sucks, but, it is what it is. So Shawn, Jay-Z here, has said through his lyrics that when he was younger, he actually once shot his older drug-addicted brother, Eric, in the shoulder for stealing his jewelry. Yes, he shot his own brother.
Nice.
When he was young. And I think I'm right on this, but it was right around when he was like 13.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Huh.
I don't have that in front of me, but yeah, like
don't be taking his chain.
Don't be taking, yeah, exactly. Like, don't take my chain, man.
Grandmama gave me that chain.
That's my chain. So while in 6th grade, Jay actually tested at a 12th grade reading level. So he's no dummy.
What grade he did?
In 6th grade.
Wow. Oh, boy.
Yeah. He's not a dummy, and that is what lends to everything he's done, even outside of music. Like, this guy, he is a mogul. Like, for sure. He is an absolute business mogul. And as we go through this, you guys, it's just ridiculous to me. And, I always knew that he did things in business and whatnot, but just knowing what this guy has done is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So Shawn went to Eli Whitney High School in Brooklyn, along with AZ, the longtime friend and co-collaborator of Nas. We know who Nas is.
Oh, yeah.
And The Firm, who has been revered as, quote, one of the most underrated lyricists of our time. So he was hanging out with people that were really into the hip-hop scene, who were really good at what they did.
Right.
After the closing of his high school, Jay-Z attended the George Westinghouse Career and Technical Education High School. There he would be amongst future Icons and Outlaws alumni, Busta Rhymes, and the one and only Biggie Smalls, a.k.a. Notorious B.I.G.
Oh, yeah. So this is like the best of the East Coast, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And they all came up together.
What was that, like a vocational school?
I would assume so, yeah. It's a tech school. So
did it say what he took?
I didn't find that
I would be
at
curious
all.
to
Yeah,
know.
I didn't have that. It'd be awesome to see what he
Think
did.
he took like HVAC? That's where he got HOVA. H to the VAC.
Maybe that's where he got it. That's hilarious.
Right.
He then attended Trenton Central High School shortly before dropping out of high school. Yes, he dropped out of high school. He claims to have been selling crack at this time and was even shot at 3 different times.
Wow.
Yikes. His firsthand experience with illicit drug dealing would form his lyrics when he began rapping under the stage name Jazzy, which soon was shortened to Jay-Z, a name that may also have been derived from his the proximity of the J and Z subway lines and the Marcy projects,
Okay.
or possibly an homage to his rapping mentor Jaz-O. Okay, so there's a bunch of different possible stories and links to it.
Only Beyonce knows.
Right. And she ain't telling.
That's right.
So he lived in London in 1989 for a short time, and he actually recorded music with Moni Love and soaked in the culture before moving back to the States. Moni Love, you remember Moni Love?
No.
Oh, she female rapper, total Brit. Trying to think the song.
Like 90s,
I wish
late
I would have
90s?
had this in my notes of what song she did, but it was a huge hit back in the, I'd say, early 90s.
How do you spell her name?
Monie Love. And when you bring it in, like I'll know it, and our listeners will know it immediately the second you play it, if you're into that style of music.
Yeah, it just says she was a British rapper, but she wasn't part of like an actual group, I don't think.
No, she had her own thing going on.
Okay.
Yeah. But she was super big back in the day, and I damn it, it's going to bother me. Oh, it's going to bother me. But you can actually hear Jay and on some of Jaz-O, his buddy Jaz-O, his mentor that he looked up to in earlier recordings from the 80s and the 90s, like the song HP Gets Busy, the song Hawaiian Sophie, and The Originators. So this was him in the background, just kind of like as a hype man.
Okay.
Okay. That's kind of how he got his, I guess you'd say, start in doing it.
Get your foot in the door.
Yeah. In the early 90s, Jay-Z found himself involved in rap battles with LL Cool J.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what LL stands for?
Ladies love Cool James.
That's it. Yeah.
I like rap.
Wait, I don't have that.
All we have is You Suck.
No. I have this.
That is correct.
Hey.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Thanks.
Somebody did their homework.
And he eventually had a falling out while they were both involved at Def Jam. In fact, from what I read about Jay-Z or LL Cool J, he went to the Def Jam folks and were like, these other artists are getting way more play than I am. Like, I've been around forever.
Right.
Yeah, but he had an older style. To be fair,
He did.
Yeah.
He did,
Like
absolutely.
he was He was really big in the late '80s, early '90s,
Mid 80s.
mid '80s. Yeah.
He came up right in on the Def Jam roster right around with the Beastie Boys.
Right.
Yeah, those guys all came out.
But then in the 2000s, he did Doing It Well. Remember that?
Mhm.
Doing it and doing it and doing it.
And
well.
what was it? Pink cookies in a plastic bag being crushed by buildings. I swear to God, that's a real song by LL Cool J. It's so good. I am a huge LL Cool J fan.
Well, he is definitely an icon.
Yeah, he's definitely an icon.
We're gonna do Mama Said Knock You Out. Just calling it right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Come on,
I'm
man.
into that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Be better than Five Finger Death Punch.
Hit me. Oh, man. Yeah, I forgot they did that.
They did that?
They did a
Yeah.
cover
Did
of
they
it,
really?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was another good.
Was it like total?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was
Yeah.
Poppy Five Finger Death Punch doing on my
They should not be allowed to do stuff like that anymore. You know what I mean? Unless it's gonna
banned.
be good.
You're not allowed to do this. And then we're not hating on, like, our listeners out there that may be into Five Finger Death Punch or whatever. But yeah, just not exactly our cup of tea collectively.
Yeah.
They're doing their thing, man. They're making money and like, good for them. That's
Right.
awesome. They're having the American dream, I guess you'd say.
Sure.
Just wish they didn't suck. Anyway, I'm kidding. But they, LL Cool J and Jay-Z, they did resolve their differences since then. Okay, so it's not like they still got some beef hanging out. Or
Pretty
whatever.
sure LL would knock Jay-Z out. LL was a ripped dude. Back
He
in the
still
day.
is.
he?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
in
yeah.
the,
I mean, he was jacked.
he's an NCIS.
And he's got to be in his 60s now.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Late 50s?
Oh, yeah.
But I
Early
mean,
60s?
I don't think I would like.
I wouldn't
go
mess with
blow
him.
to blow with LL Cool J.
Plus, his lips, the way he licks them, it's too enticing. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like
someone go get pregnant.
it. I don't like it. He's always doing that whole thing with his lips. I'm like, am I?
Remember, he was in the Halloween.
Yeah,
Remember the Halloween movies. He was
yeah.
the front gate guard.
Was that
security guard?
H2O?
Oh, it was
No,
one of-
H2O had Busta in it. I don't know if he was in that one.
No,
It was like
Busta
three-
was in Resurrection.
two or
was
three
it?
of them
Yeah,
ago, I think. Right?
that was Busta's movie.
Yeah. Because remember, he supposedly dies, but then he comes back at the end. to
Yeah,
save
yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, that's one.
But he's writing love poems to his girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love how they at least in that era, they used to have your token rapper in a movie. You know what I mean?
Fast and Furious. He had Ja Rule.
Yeah,
and,
like it's always this token
and
rapper
Ludacris,
in there. Listen, Luda did well in those
he
movies.
still is.
Yeah, Luda's great. I
He's
love it.
hilarious.
That's another one we're
Yeah.
totally going to do. So Big Daddy Kane's 1994 album, Daddy's Home, introduced the world to Jay-Z in the song Show and Prove, a posse cut that had multiple rappers doing verses on one track. So a posse cut, you guys have probably heard songs, where they got like 4 or 5 different rappers that all have like a verse.
Yeah.
That's a posse cut.
Oh, okay.
Space Jam. I hit him high, you hit him low. Remember that song? It had like Busta Rhymes. Coolio.
Yeah. There's so many of them out there. The one that I love the most is from hold on.
Tech 9 had a really big posse cut one that I liked. It had like 16 different rappers in it.
Well, they just did one recently with what's that one with had Busta in it. It had the Travis Barker joint that just came out not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember the name of it.
That's another one. It's basically like a recorded cipher. Like they all have their own little like spots and they bring it out, which
like
is kind
Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh yeah, God, I cannot wait to do that one. I feel like when we do Wu-Tang, we're gonna have to break off and do
Wu-Tang,
but we're gonna have to do like
it's gonna be rated R for sure.
But each individual guy.
Oh
yeah, I think that'd be fun. Even if they're just small little maybe bonus episodes or something like that.
Yeah,
dude, there's a ton of like RZA. He did the soundtrack for Kill Bill.
He's a dude.
Like he's a movie score. He does movie scores.
He's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Jizza's great. I mean, Method. Look at what Meth's done.
Oh,
Meth
right.
is huge.
ODB.
Yeah, ODB. Well, yeah. I actually have all the info ready to go on ODB. But I'd rather start with the entire group because those guys, the way they came up. And if you get a chance, listeners out there, and if you are into hip hop, and hopefully you are, if you, even if you're not, go and watch the Wu-Tang series.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
It is amazing.
Yeah, that's on HBO, right?
Or
Amazon or
I thought it was
Hulu.
Yeah, I think
it's on Hulu. Yeah. It's amazing. The people that got to play the roles of each of the guys in the group or whatever, they're amazing. And just going through and you're kind of like realizing what they did and how they had to do what they to do where they got to. Like they basically brought like hard drugs to Ohio. I'm not even joking.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's hilarious, dude. Because if you're a new listener here, we are from Ohio. And when I heard about this, or watching the show or whatever, I'm like, oh, that makes all the sense.
And then we got Bone Thugs.
Yeah. Listen, Bone would be a good one to do too, man. I was a big Bone fan back in the day. So Big Daddy Kane, of course, Big Daddy Kane was amazing back in the day. One of my favorite lines that he ever said was, I'm so against work, I wouldn't even take a blowjob. It's absolutely an amazing line. That is an amazing line. But Big Daddy Kane has said in regards to Jay being referred to as his quote-unquote hype man, he said, quote, when I would leave the stage to go change outfits, I would bring out Jay-Z and Positive K. You know Positive K? Do you guys remember him?
I don't remember him, no.
I got a man. What's your man got to do with me? I got a man. You're probably too young for that.
I remember that.
It was a huge hit for him. But he would let them come out and then freestyle until he came back out on stage. So, he had these big shows and he would go change and he'd have the guys come out and start doing freestyles on stage.
It looks like everybody's tied to him too. So like when you look him up.
To Big Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, Big Daddy Kane is an icon.
B.I.G., Tupac, Eminem, Kanye.
Wow. Yeah, Big Daddy Kane was amazing. And that dude had more swagger than...
He got some big gold chains.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Is he wearing his sunglasses in it?
And one of them he is.
Yeah, he's got the skier glasses, the real big ones. Yeah, he's amazing. So Jay then found himself appearing on Big L's The Graveyard and alongside young versions of DMX and Ja Rule. You guys know Holla Holla.
Yeah.
Never a fan of Ja Rule.
Really?
I loved him.
Dude, I loved him until
I loved his styles.
Like, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
Well,
but DMX?
DMX is awesome.
Oh my God.
The lawnmower sitting right next to the tree.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Come on. So good.
He was so amazing. He just passed away recently too, right? A couple years ago?
Yeah, like 2 or 3 years ago.
He had just got out of prison too, I believe.
Yeah,
when he passed away?
Yeah,
he was like in and out.
He just got released and then
He was a priest for a while too.
Could you imagine a sermon from
when
him?
when I got married?
Sit down. What? Dearly beloved.
When I got married, I tried so hard to get him to actually officiate the wedding, dude.
That'd been amazing.
I tried so hard.
That'd have been so cool.
I now pronounce you.
Exactly, dude. I would have cried the whole time.
Yeah.
So in 1995, it also saw Jay's first official single, In My Lifetime, that had a music video as well as an unreleased video for the song's B-side. We've talked about B-sides before. And it's that B-side was called I Can't Get With That. So what do you do when you want to get your music out, but you have no financial backing from a record label? Well, you get out and you hustle your ass off.
Demo tapes.
To put your album out there. And Jay-Z would spend hours every day. Hours. I'm talking 8, 10, 12 hours a day selling CDs out of the back of his car, out of the trunk.
Damn.
That's what he did, man.
That's
That's what anybody did back in the day. You
Right.
know, like you got out there and you hustled. I mean,
We should do that.
we were in for the podcast. We should totally put it on like albums and give it to people.
Hey, dude,
For
check
sure.
out my new CD. Kids will be like, well, what is a CD?
Right. I don't even think they come in cars anymore.
No.
My car doesn't have a CD player.
Nope. Everything's
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, it's all
You'd have to
Bluetooth.
do like flash drives or like download cards or something.
Thumb drives, yeah. But back in the day, we were hustling as musicians, and you'd go and you'd take demos that you ripped in your house with a stupid, ugly paper label or black magic marker on the
We
front
had
of it.
an actual duplicator. So it was essentially a computer tower
Okay.
with no operating system in it. And it would have 2 drives, and you'd put a CD in it and a blank one in the other one, and it would just copy it. And you just put another one in and another one.
Oh,
and
yeah,
another one.
yeah, yeah.
And we did that for days,
Yeah.
upon days.
That's crazy.
But that's what, and then you would stand out in the cold. Like I can remember going and seeing. I forget who was playing. Well, we used to do it outside of the Odeon all the time.
Yeah.
But outside of
We did it for Steel Panther.
Woolstein.
and Blackout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you go out there, you stand, and people come out, and you hand them the stuff. It's grassroots, man.
Right,
Like,
right.
you have to be out there. That's what he was doing.
It takes a special person. So we had Kenny, our bass player.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
And he would just make the people take it. Like, he'd be like, here you go. And they'd be like, no, I'm good. And he'd be like, no, you want it. Like, he put it in their hand. Like, he'd make them take it.
He's like, I'm going to follow you home unless you take this.
Yeah.
So tired of not getting where he wanted to be in the music world, Jay-Z and 2 friends, Damon Dash and Kareem Burke, founded their own company and independent record label, Rockefeller Records, in 1995 to release his debut album, Reasonable Doubt. It eventually sold more than 1 million copies, so 1 million copies in the United States, certifying it platinum and being revered as, quote, one of the best or greatest, rap albums ever. And
Wow.
arguably Jay-Z's best work. And if you go
I
back
want
and
to
listen
see
to
who
that.
produced that. Was that Dupree?
No. I don't think he
What's the name of the album again?
that one? Reasonable Doubt. Yeah, I don't know
It's
if
got to
he-
have somebody big.
I
as a
didn't see
producer, I
anything
think.
about him in kicking it with Dupree at all. Dupree is more of a southern guy. Yeah, he was like down south, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think so, but I thought for sure that he produced Clark Kent. It says Clark Kent producer.
Super DJ Clark
Let me
Kent.
see.
Yep. Which, by the way, this album features beats
Yeah,
by renowned
Superman,
producers.
yeah.
Yep. Like DJ Premier and the Super DJ Clark Kent, and even had early appearances from the Notorious B.I.G. and the Queen, Mary J. Blige.
Nice.
He also did Little Kim, Slick Rick, Rakim,
Slick
Mariah
Rick.
Carey,
Wow.
50 Cent,
Okay.
Loverboy.
Huh.
No, by Mariah Carey. My bad.
Which we'll talk about later. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Dude, I can't wait to do Slick Rick. Slick Rick, oh my God, I love Slick Rick. Do you know anything about Slick Rick?
I know some of his songs, but
He's
I
one
don't.
of the OGs.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was so good. So Reasonable Doubt debuted at 23 in the Billboard 200 and charted for 18 weeks. Remember, this is him and his buddies going, you know what? We're tired of this. We're not getting signed. Let's do it ourselves. And they charted at 23 on the Billboard 200.
That's awesome.
And it was on there for 18 weeks. That's crazy.
Damn.
So the 4 singles from this album were Dead Presidents, Ain't No N-Word, of course, gotta be real careful here, Can't Knock the Hustle, and Feeling It. It would later make Rolling Stones magazine's 500 greatest albums of all time.
Wow.
And it is a great record, too. So if you guys are out there, go on to Spotify or Apple, whatever you listen, and get Reasonable Doubt. It's so good. Dead Presidents is amazing. Such a good song. So a string of successful albums followed a rate of at least 1 per year through 2003. Volume 2, Hard Knock Life, from 1998, was not only one of the first of Jay-Z's releases to top the Billboard 200 album chart, but also won him his first Grammy Award for Best Rap Album. Great record.
Wow.
And you know that one.
Yeah.
Because obviously you were talking about.
Yeah, cool member. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grammys are tonight, by the way.
Huh?
The Grammys are tonight.
The Grammys
by
are
the way.
tonight. Billy Strings is actually.
No kidding.
He's supposed to be winning an award tonight. He's performing and getting an award tonight.
Hopefully
Is he
he
going to
does the
slap
fir-
a comedian?
Hopefully he does the
I
first
hope
half.
not. Say what?
Hopefully he sticks with the first half.
Yeah. I don't know if we talked about it or not, but Billy Strings is this bluegrass guitarist and vocalist, and he's awesome. Younger guy. I think he's like 26, 27, something like that. We went to see him at House of Blues?
House of Blues? Yeah, I think so.
No. It was Playhouse Square.
Yeah.
Here in Cleveland. And we go there, and I talked to you about this.
Yeah.
And so we're there, and it's great. It's so bluegrassy and amazing. And then all of a sudden, they had this intermission. And so we all, we're going to try and find beers and stuff like that. And I think they stopped selling beers or whatever.
Yeah.
So we come back, and then all of a sudden, it turned into like a Grateful Dead show. The lights, the music. It was like a 9-hour song. And like effects on everything. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, did we
It was like Pink Floyd
travel
light
back
show.
in time?
Can I make a statement here real quick, though, about the Will Smith incident?
Oh, boy.
So I just wanted to note something. And a lot of the listeners here are from the Midnight Train. So they've been with us through the years. I recall about 2 years ago saying how much of a POS Will Smith was and how I didn't like him. And I remember saying it on multiple episodes.
Yeah, you always said you didn't like him.
And now, look what happens. I mean, I'm right 50 million times. It never failed. Like, I'm always right. And I want everybody to know that. Okay,
You are.
Going
I will have to. Hold on.
That is correct.
I did.
Yes.
I called Will Smith out a long time ago. And you guys are like, I love him. He's so great. And I'm like, no,
I still think he's
love him.
He's still. I think he's just got a lot of issues, man. So,
I mean,
but you know what? He is going to be
an icon
or
or rebel.
an outlaw. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna maybe both. I mean, it sounds like right now he's starting to go towards outlaw. On
Well,
this
if we
shit.
do that, we're going to do Parents Can't Understand.
Of course we are.
With DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
loved that album. Oh my god.
We got to go back.
For sure. So now this record that came out and he won a freaking Grammy for saw Jay relying more on wordplay and flow and featured beats by, again, DJ Premier, Eric Sermon from Future Icons episode EPMD.
He's a rapper's delight.
I love... No.
Yeah, wasn't he in the newer one?
Did they do one?
Yeah, I'm
EPMD
pretty
may have done
sure.
one. They're amazing. I love EPMD so much. With Kid Capri and also Swiss Beats, who was a producer for DMX.
Oh, yeah.
And the record label Rough Riders, as well as Timbaland. So do you see how
that's
they're all
crazy.
working together, dude? Like some of the most...
Must be nice. God, we tried to get everybody to work together in our little music scene here in Ohio, and it was all cutthroat.
But this was their way of making it out of the Marcy projects and his surrounding area. You know what I mean? They knew what they had to do, and they were killing it.
Yeah.
Like these were proficient lyricists that were coming out. You cannot compare an Eric Sermon, a DMX, a Busta Rhymes to anybody that's out today.
No, you really can't.
You can't. And yeah, Young Buck, you know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You can't compare it.
You're trying to tell me that Pushing P is not, it's
I don't know,
not on the same level?
Pushing the P might.
And make sure you guys are listening to our bonus episodes because that joke will definitely come into play because the bonus stuff is fun. And listen, again, just to throw this in there, you sign up for our Patreon, you get bonus episodes from both shows.
It's a twofer.
You do.
man. You could be a producer and a pooper.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait, would you want to call them the listeners?
Groupies.
No,
It's horrible. Hold on.
Poopers and groupies.
You suck.
poopers and groupies.
So singles from this album included "Can I Get a?" That's the song you're talking about. What? Featuring Ja Rule and Emil, as well as several other head bobbing bangers. Volume 2 would go on to sell 5 million copies.
And I remember when that song came out, that's what I was talking about in the beginning, and I couldn't believe how, not vulgar, but how detailed the girl's part was.
Oh yeah,
when she's rapping about stuff, and I was like, "What?
Talk about riding your mustache."
Yeah,
and all
girls
that.
could talk about this in this kind of music.
And then nowadays, it's
like nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing now.
Yeah,
but back then, it was what? It caught your ear. You would hear it in the background. But wait, what?
And by the way, not to be sexist in any way, shape, or form, it's just women rappers really didn't do that.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I mean? That's not what they did.
What'd you have back then? Little Kim and Eve,
Lil'
Missy
Kim's
Elliott?
dirty.
Missy Elliott.
Missy
was
she'll throw
dirt.
it down, but she's more lyrically subversive with it.
Yeah.
Where Lil' Kim will straight up be like, "I'm gonna take that D."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was rough. So remember how we were talking earlier about how he won a Grammy for this album? So he actually boycotted the Grammys that year because basically they refused to include DMX as a Grammy nominee.
Really?
So Jay literally said, "I'm not doing it. I'm not."
Good for him.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
He
crazy.
straight boycotted it because DMX was not included in it. So 1999 saw Jay working with Mariah Carey on the chart-topping song Heartbreaker, which would be his first chart topper in the U.S.
I don't remember that one.
You don't remember Heartbreaker?
I'm trying to remember how it went.
I don't know the words.
Did
to
he
it.
have like a small part in it? Like it was like a bridge, like a bridge piece.
It was like a
basically?
real bridge, short spot, whatever. Yeah. So the same year, Jay released Volume 3, Life and Times of S. Carter, selling over 3 million copies with singles like Big Pimpin' Spinning G's, which is an amazing song.
I love Big Pimpin'.
Love that song. The year 2000 saw the release of yet another album, The Dynasty, Rock La Familia. Not originally intended to be a Jay-Z album, was initially recorded to be a compilation record for the Rockefeller artist roster. But Def Jam decided to turn it around and make it a Jay-Z joint.
Oh, okay.
Which kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
If you think
Takes
about
away from
that.
the whole situation.
Well, yeah, he's trying to promote his roster and everybody else that's involved in it, and they're like, no,
Just you, the seller.
just you. Yeah,
That's Russell Simmons, right? Def Jam.
it was back in the day. Yeah,
But during this time, right?
yes, during this time, I would say so.
Yeah. Well,
Which we'll talk about.
we know about his wife and all the
Yeah.
money that she spent, so
Yeah.
he had no choice.
Yeah. Which so Russell Simmons, his brother was actually one of the guys from
Run
Kiss,
DMC.
Run DMC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reverend
Kiss?
Run.
Did you say
Kiss? Kiss?
Yeah, it's Gene Simmons' brother. You're right.
Suck.
You never know. Both spectrums make sense.
The one with the tongue.
Oh, I get it. Now I get it. The
Yeah.
Gene Simmons reference.
Yeah.
That was okay. I take back the "you suck." That was pretty good. That was funny. So, however, this record introduced the world to up-and-coming producers, the Neptunes. You guys know who the Neptunes
Oh,
are?
yeah,
that
that's
sounds
Pharrell.
familiar.
Yeah?
Is that
Who
Pharrell?
is it?
Pharrell.
Pharrell Williams,
Yeah.
baby.
That's where he came from.
Absolutely.
They were really good, man.
They were
They were so
amazing.
like unique.
They were amazing. And so Pharrell
Yeah.
was part of the Neptunes, and they actually wrote beats and produced songs for other people until he kind of broke out. And that happens a lot more than
yeah.
people think. I mean, performers like Sia,
Yeah.
like
Justin Timberlake?
well, no, because
No, he was in it from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was
Oh.
the Disney shit.
yeah, he started off with NSYNC. Well, yeah, and the Disney, the
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse Club or whatever
Right.
like that.
Oh, really?
Which we'll totally do an episode on Justin. I'm a big fan. I will say. I wouldn't say big fan.
I would say out of all the boy band stuff, he's like the coolest one.
I respect him.
because
Yeah.
he's funny with Jimmy Fallon. Like
but he's
cuts
also
loose.
talented as.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's super talented. I watched a video of him before his show started or whatever, and he's out there with a piano, and he's like, it's almost like you ever see Michael Jackson,
Yes.
where he's like getting the show together, and he's like, wait, that's not right, and I want this, and he's like more like this.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
Where like the bass player's playing.
Yeah.
He's like, no, stop. And they all stop. He's
Right.
like, I need it to go like. And the bass player's like,
That's pretty good.
The bass player's like, okay. And then he starts
Yeah.
playing it. And then he's
because
like, yeah.
because he knew what he wanted, and he could actually, like, I don't know, he could hear it differently.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're seeing the notes,
Like producing the
versus
music.
just hearing the notes. You
Yeah.
know. So it's really cool, and he's Justin's amazing. So yeah. Anyway,
He
we'll
doesn't have
definitely
a
do that.
monkey named Bubbles, though.
Yeah, he does not. Oh, he might.
You never know.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Jessica Biel like that. Zinger!
That's rough. That's rough. So it also introduced Bink, Just Blaze, and some guy. I don't know if you might be familiar with Kanye West. Are you familiar with that?
I don't.
Easy.
It sounds close to someone I know.
Yeah.
He's a little
So
crazy.
yeah, Kanye was coming up at the same time and kind of like working with Jay at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And Jay was kind of breaking him out, and so Kanye was actually helping to produce, because he was a producer before he broke out and did his own thing.
Dude,
They were really close. That's why he did the whole Beyonce thing to Taylor Swift at the award show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the album that they were on or whatever, like in my school at the time when that came out, there were so many conspiracies on that, like the whole Illuminati thing and everything, with them being like together on it.
With Jay and Kanye?
Yeah,
that was
they
a
came out
big
with their
thing.
album. It was a huge
What?
thing. with
Hold
the
on.
Illuminati.
Wait, I don't know about this.
No?
Explain.
So
I'm old. Okay.
I don't really remember too much about it. I'm sure we can probably get more into it and read a little bit more on it. But like when they came out with their album together, it was a huge conspiracy that they came together because they're both like so-called Illuminati members. So like half their songs were like talking about Illuminati in like not subtext, but like I don't know, like underlying tones.
Subliminal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Something
But
like
that's
that.
a Kanye thing.
Oh, yeah,
That
it's
was like all
100%.
his art.
Yeah.
Can
You know
we
what I
just be
mean?
honest real quick? Kanye is nuttier than a squirrel turd.
Oh my God.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you seen, did you ever see the Rogan podcast where he was on there?
No.
And he's talking about being
I
president?
did. Yeah, I did see a little bit of
so
it.
Joe
Yeah.
Rogan's like all serious. He's like, okay, so I think, if you're going to run for president, what's the first thing you're going to do? And Kanye's like, shoes for everyone. My shoes, the shoes I designed, everybody gets them free. And Joe's like, you're joking, right? He's like, just staring at him. I'm like, it's so awkward.
So can I ask you a question? Is it possible that Kanye is just trolling everybody?
Oh, 100%. There has to be.
You don't think so?
I think he's got really big mental health.
Dude,
I think he's
I don't know, man. Because
what is it, schizophrenic where you're kind of like on and off?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
maybe.
I think it's a mental health thing. Because look at Kim. Kim talks about it all the time, like in their divorce. That's why she divorced him, because she said you don't know who he is. Like 1 minute he's Kanye, 1 minute he's this guy, 1 minute he's that guy.
Which by the way, Kim's messing with Pete Davidson.
Oh yeah.
That's because she wants the young hot thing for money and
She's got to
attention.
stay. Yeah, she's got to stay.
Pete Davidson is hot.
Hot money.
A lot of girls like Pete Davidson. I don't know why.
I don't understand.
I don't know why either. But
that dude annoys me so much. Unless he wants to be on the show, and then I'm his best friend.
It's the same thing as the MGK thing. That's why all the little girls love MGK.
Oh, God.
It's that tattooed skinny boy, like not muscular, but like
rebel,
like nerdy, like skinny with tattoos up to your neck, kind of thing.
Well, I mean, look at what's his name, Post Malone. Same thing with him. He's not skinny though, but
Posty's. And listen, I really am looking forward to doing an episode.
Oh yeah, dude, he got to start as a YouTuber for Minecraft.
Posty is, to me,
he's real.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
He's
not
like
fake.
He's one of the most genuine people.
Yeah,
I loved when he did Nirvana.
Yeah,
the Nirvana covers.
He's fantastic, dude. Like I absolutely love that guy, and I cannot wait to do an episode on him. He just seems like somebody that I would literally hang out with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
he seems super cool. So I don't really.
So do you think Kanye is trolling it, or do you think
it's
real?
Trolling, dude?
Do you really?
Yeah,
dude. Have you ever seen any of his interviews where he's like actually like being business minded and business like ethics and stuff?
Not once,
dude. You got to look it up. He roasted Lady Gaga because she's a film producer for a huge film company.
Who?
Lady Gaga. Like she's the producer of that company.
Oh, she is amazing.
Yeah,
by the way.
I know she is.
Are you saying Lady Gaga or Lady Gaga?
Gaga.
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 But like all of his interviews that I've ever seen, like he seems smart, but I just feel like he's trying to get attention.
Well, Trump liked him. I mean, they were buddy.
They were buddies for sure.
That's vice president right there, man.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? Shoes. You're all going to get shoes.
So sorry about the little derail on that right there. But so the album that we're talking about here, again, is considered more soulful and has actually gone double platinum, which is awesome. So that's almost 9 million copies total so far. Wow. So we got to keep track of this.
Okay.
All right. Not too bad for a high school dropout.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, who needs school?
Right. So the album is considered, again, more soulful. And in the midst of all its success, there were some fairly prominent feuds with other rappers.
I do remember this.
Yeah, there's a couple of them that are pretty prominent here. In 2001, Prodigy from Mobb Deep, and I'm a huge Mobb Deep fan, had a problem with a line from Jay in his song Money, Cash, Hose. You know, Money, Cash, Hose.
You saying hose like the water hose?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
The farmer's tool.
Yeah, okay,
yes,
gotcha.
Yes. Yeah. And he felt that he was talking smack about a dispute that he had with Death Row Records, most notably Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Okay, so they're getting like all kinds of whatever. So
East Coast, West Coast.
Well, I looked up the lyrics, and the only line that I could find that seemingly like kind of remotely close to a diss was, and I'm gonna try and bleep this out here, so it's not too bad. It's us the villains, F your feelings. While y'all play a hate, we in the upper millions. What's the dealin', huh? It's like New York's been soft ever since Snoop came through and crushed the buildings. I don't know how you would get a diss from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I looked through all of his lyrics and I'm like, what is he talking about?
Right.
So later that year at Summer Jam 2001, Jay performed the song Takeover, which attacked Prodigy now.
Okay.
With the lines, I don't care if you Mobb Deep, I hold triggers to cruise. You little, I got money stacks bigger than you, which is funny, by the way.
Yeah.
When I was pushing weight back in 88, you was a ballerina. I got the pictures. I seen you.
So messed up.
Then you dropped shook ones, switched your demeanor. Well, we don't believe you. You need more. You need more people. Sorry, Rockefeller students of the game. We passed the class because nobody can read you dudes like we do. Don't let them gas you like Jigga is ass and won't clap you. Just saying. Don't think that I'm not going to come at you.
Right.
Trust me on this one, I'll detach you. Mind from spirit, body from soul. They'll have to hold a mass, put your body in a hole. Oh, no, you're not on my level. Get your brakes tweaked. I sold what your whole album sold in my first week. And then he says, you guys don't want it with HOV because Nas, he don't want it with HOV. Nah. So he came out swinging.
Man.
This is what rap needs these days.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah, some sort of a rivalry.
Well, look what happened to MGK.
We need more feuds.
Like he got shut down by Eminem, and he retreated, and now he's a sellout. Right?
But
Back in the day, they used to go back and forth, man.
Oh,
Like,
I know.
And it was all like, it wasn't like,
well,
deadly. Well, it did get deadly at one point, but like,
there are some.
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it made good entertainment. Put it that way.
Well, the best part about this is that at the same festival, after he got up and did his little joint that he rewrote, just to kind of, tell Prodigy to stick it where the sun doesn't shine, he then proceeded to reveal photos of Prodigy dressed up like Michael Jackson on the. And you can look these up online.
Oh my god, I gotta
they
see
are
this.
hilarious. Just look up Prodigy from Mobb Deep as Michael Jackson, and it's not like he doesn't look bad in it. He looks like the Beat It era, Michael Jackson,
Right.
But it's just funny that he's kind of calling him out and saying like, this is you. You're kind of saying you're a punk. Do you find it? Do you see it?
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. So the last line then started beef with Nas, because remember I just mentioned Nas.
Yeah.
That went back and forth until 2005.
Wow.
So they hated each other from 2001 until 2005.
That's the one I remember.
Yeah,
'Cause
Nas,
that one got pretty big.
Yeah, that was a big fight. The critically acclaimed The Blueprint, amazing album, which is Jay's sixth album featuring the triumphant hit Izzo, H to the Izzo, 8V to the Izzo. You know this
Yeah,
one,
I know
right?
that one, yeah.
Solidified his status as one of the most preeminent voices in hip-hop at the dawn of the 21st century. That album was released literally, and this is messed up, hours before the infamous 9/11 attacks on the Twin Towers and the Pentagon.
No way.
It's like they woke up, dropped the album, and then somebody ran their plane into a bunch of buildings.
What a great day to post a record.
Well, obviously, he didn't know what was going to happen. But
Right.
think about that. Think about how, like, in infamy that is forever going to be.
Right.
And it to be called The Blueprint.
Yeah. And not only that, but that just screwed up my sales, man.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like, man, you're taking away from me now.
Yeah, like that just sucks. And
Yeah.
just I don't know. I thought that was
Kind of
crazy.
like Samuel L. Jackson getting an Oscar for the first time, but Will Smith smacking Chris Rock at the Oscars. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Kinda
that
takes away from
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge fan of his.
Wanda Sykes was really upset about that whole thing because she was one of the hosts.
Oh, really?
Did you see Jim Carrey's?
Yeah, Jim Carrey.
Oh,
response
he's
to
like,
it?
I would have sued him for $20
He
million.
retired.
Yeah.
Who did?
He announced he retired.
Who?
Yeah,
Jim Carrey.
He's doing Sonic 2, then he's done. I mean, he's
Yeah.
also been doing films for 40-some years.
He's so disgusted with Hollywood and like how they supported Will Smith and all that he's retiring. He says, I'm done.
Well,
Okay.
He was like that, though, prior to coming back
Yeah.
to movies. He did the same thing where he did his whole painting thing.
He is which I would love to have one of those paintings, by the way.
Oh, my God.
I would absolutely love to get
I've
one of
seen
those.
some
I
of
looked them
those.
online and they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like he's
Super dark, too,
Yeah.
on some of them.
He's pretty, but Jim Carrey came out not a few years ago, and he's just like, this is ridiculous. What we're doing right now is ridiculous, and this probably pushed him over
There's
the edge.
icing on the cake.
Like
yeah.
you literally the Academy Awards, and yes, Will Smith decided to leave the Academy, so he can no longer be, nominated for anything in the Academy Awards ever again,
Right. Oh, well.
because they were going to basically kick him out anyway.
Yeah.
But they didn't ask him to leave. They supposedly they asked him and he said no.
He should have been arrested. is
Yeah,
what
he
they're
should have been
saying.
arrested.
Yeah.
That's assault, dude.
Yeah.
It's absolute assault on one of the biggest programs ever. I don't know. So yeah, I can see Jim Carrey's stance on it. And Jim Carrey is also another nut job. Let's be honest. He
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He's goofy.
But he's a real nut job, though.
yeah, but he's also been in this forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Now, real quick, since
40
we're
plus
already
years.
sidetracked to this, I
Yeah.
just want to get your take on it, both of your guys, because I listened to the Skeleton Sisters podcast, and they were talking about it for quite a while in the beginning of their recent episode.
Okay.
And
By the way, check out the Skeleton Sisters
yes,
podcast.
so they both agreed. Neither of them liked Chris Rock as a comedian, but they thought he did a phenomenal job with how he dealt with it. And,
Oh, yeah.
and they thought that they both hate Will Smith now. They think that it's just BS that he even gets to be an actor and get awards and all that. Do you think that this is like a mental health thing for Will Smith, or do you think it's Jada that he's just so up her
Both.
that he's got to
Neither.
do stuff like this?
No.
Neither.
I think one lends to the other. Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
one lends to the other. He is so mind screwed. And by the way, I also think and I'm not everyone that, if you listen to the other podcast, you'll know that I'm not a conspiracy theorist. In fact, I'm the one that tries to debunk it all.
And I'm the
But
opposite.
right, there's a tinge of conspiracy in my mind because of the whole Pfizer connection and the whole.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, I'm a little weird about that, but I'm not going to talk about that. I do believe that one kind of instigates the other.
Because he was laughing. If you look at the footage,
He was laughing.
his initial reaction, he was laughing, and she rolled her eyes, and he caught that, and then he stood up and did that.
There's footage of her laughing afterwards when Chris Rock goes, or Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me or whatever he said.
Yeah.
Like, there's her going, ha ha ha, laughing about it afterwards. I think that regardless of that, let's just take that whole thing out of there. Okay, let's just take that whole event that took place. It put a blemish on what's supposed to be a very highly sophisticated award show. Okay, it did that. It took away from somebody who is a brilliant actor getting his first award.
Because no one's going to remember it.
But then afterwards,
That's why I keep talking about it.
if you see, I saw Chris Rock do a stand-up right after this whole thing
did see
happened.
that,
Did
yeah.
you see that?
Yeah.
Where he was like, I still have to process this. He's like, don't worry. It's going to be real and it's going to be funny, but I got to figure this thing out in my head real fast.
Right.
He is handling it on such a
Mature?
professional,
Yeah.
mature level than anybody. Because, I mean, if you think about that, like you literally got smacked by one of the biggest stars in the world, which they may or may not be friends. I don't know.
They were friends
I know
prior to
there's,
this.
yeah, were they?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
So, okay, then that, see,
That's
we're going to
the
go down a
icing on
whole
the cake.
rabbit hole
Yeah.
with this.
Dude, there's videos.
Anyway, I'm very, very proud of his demeanor
Yeah.
and the way he handled it.
All I got to say is that there was a good picture, like right when he got smacked, dude. Chris Rock was about to like, if it wasn't a whole conspiracy scripted scenario, whatever, if it was like a legit thing, like this was not going to actually happen at all.
Yeah.
he was fisted and cocked back, and then he like realized like what's going on, and then
No.
stopped.
Could you imagine if, like, when that happened, he ducked down and came back up and he had the hat and glasses like Easy from Cell Block 40, CB4.
CB4,
And he had like the gap in his tooth, and he's just like, what?
Go back and watch that video again. And when he sits there and Will Smith's like, keep my wife's name out you. When he was like, oh, I could, ooh, and he stopped himself.
Yeah.
He was about to unleash.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sorry, and we've talked about this before. I'm sorry, but Chris Rock is way more of a comedian that has that mentality where if he wants to attack you,
Oh, he would have.
he's gonna bury you.
Dude,
he's gonna call your wife. He's gonna say whatever he wants to say and make you feel stupid.
So-
and he didn't do that because of where he was. That
Yeah.
wasn't his job at that moment
No,
in time.
his job was hosting the Oscars.
Right.
He kept his professionalism, but there was a really funny tweet that came out right after that whole incident or whatever. You know who Ricky Gervais is?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah.
Dude, he was like, yeah, I wouldn't have. I
Dude,
wouldn't
the
have,
boyfriend?
Yeah, he was like, I wouldn't have attacked her hair. I would have mentioned about her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh damn.
You got to remember though, Ricky Gervais, he is also the guy that got up there and he hosted one year and he
Yep.
was like bashing everyone.
Cancel
dude.
culture,
Yeah.
the woke thing.
Yeah.
He was going off on
And he's
everybody.
still popular to this day.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any of his stand-up stuff?
Oh, yeah. I
he's
love all of his
brilliant.
stuff.
He's
All of it.
brilliant. I love him. I think he's amazing. Anyway,
I just had to get that out.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
such,
yeah.
such a big event.
Oh,
in
so much
pop
weight off my
culture.
shoulders now.
so if you remember last episode, we were talking Buddy Holly, right?
Mm-hmm,
And we were talking about how long it took to record albums, and we're like, wow, that's super short. That's not a very long
Yeah, like a
amount of time.
month or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Blueprint, that record that freaking took off and was huge and whatever, it was written in only 2 days.
There's no way.
And it hit double platinum status, selling 2.7 million albums.
I could see that.
By 2012.
The music is really basic if you listen to it. It's mostly like 808, like bass drum. And
Well, remember though, he has people coming in producing the songs for him.
Right.
So if someone's like you,
He just lays on the
you,
lyrics or
you are
whatever.
producing the songs for me to sing on right now for
Right.
Icons and Outlaws. So if you introduce, 30 songs and I can take 15 of those and
Right.
turn them into quote unquote hits, if I'm there all day, every day, I could probably knock that out
And
in
usually-
about 2 days
true that,
straight.
yeah.
usually producers have an archive, like I do. I have an archive of like 20 songs I haven't released for anything, just sitting there. you
Well,
know?
on top of that, another little cool thing about Jay is that he doesn't write his lyrics down. Everything's off the top of his head.
I've heard that before.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Dude,
He
that's
doesn't write it
crazy.
down.
Because like Eminem's the exact opposite. Like he will literally, while he's sitting there, he'll write what's going on, and then while he's recording, he has his paper right in front of his face while he's writing it down, saying it, and he's like, "Oh, that sounds actually good. I'm gonna go back and re-record that." Like,
I can't wait to do Eminem too. Oh my god,
dude, his rep.
I love Eminem.
He's crazy.
But how crazy is that?
It is
that
crazy.
Because hip hop is not like rock, where you have a line and then a break, and then a line and then a break. This is line, break.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
well, old hip hop, new hip hop.
Well, yeah. Let's real hip hop. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Pushing the P?
Stop it. But you know what I'm saying though? So
Yeah.
like when you look there, like if you look at
it tells a story.
the lyrics in a rock album, you'll have like, a stanza of, the verse and the pre-chorus and the chorus.
It's pretty common structure.
It's pretty, But if you look at hip hop, it's literally a poem.
Right.
It's a huge freaking poem, and he's just keeping this on the top of his head.
That's insane.
Insane. I'm telling you, man, Jay-Z is officially like godlike in my eyes.
But I mean, a lot of
at
battle
this,
rappers can do that. He comes from that
right.
that part, where battle rappers off the cuff.
Well, yeah, he was freestyling on stage or
Freestyling,
whatever
yeah.
for what's his face, yeah.
For Big Daddy Kane. Yeah. It's just amazing. So the album was revered for its production and for being able to, quote, balance mainstream and hardcore rap. And it did. It brought that kind of mainstream to it, but still had that edge to it. As opposed to other Jay-Z releases, The Blueprint had only one guest rapper by a fella by the name of, I don't know if you know who this is, Eminem. Do you know who that is?
No, is that a Candy?
It is a Candy.
Oh, that's
It
good
is,
stuff.
as a matter of fact. Yeah. He actually assisted Jay on the track Renegade.
Oh, yeah. That was on
the-
Blueprint?
That was the only person he brought in as a guest rapper on that album.
No way.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Kanye West was back in the mix producing 4 of the songs on the album. So he was producing them, writing the beats and stuff for it.
Which is weird because, especially back then, you remember, East Coast and West Coast was so divided.
Yeah.
Like, all the West Coasters stayed together and all the East Coasters stayed together until the Biggie and Tupac thing happened.
I don't know. I feel like he was like trying to like incorporate all of them except for the
Yeah, but who are you referring to West Coast?
Eminem.
Eminem's from
He's
Detroit.
from Detroit. He's up north.
But then he went with Dre. He went to the West Coast.
Oh,
with
I
Dre
see what
and
you're
all them.
saying.
You know what I'm
But-
saying? Like, there was a
Oh,
divide
yeah.
for so
What was
long.
that?
I don't feel like he ever like held down that whole
Remember-
West Coast mentality
There was
though.
an award show. I don't know if it was the Grammys. Remember in like Snoop Dogg and Suge, they all stood up and they're like, West Coast.
Suge came up there.
MFers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was that? That was the Source Awards.
That
I
was like
think.
right after Biggie got shot, I think.
Maybe.
Or Tupac,
Yeah.
one of the two.
Well, because
Yeah.
Eminem did a bunch of stuff for the East Coast too. He had 2 different side projects that he was doing. Was like D's
not.
What was he did 2. He did Something Meets Evil, and then he did
Oh, I know. Slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
Slaughterhouse is one of them.
he did one of those, which was an all East Coast group, and then he did he talks about it to this day. It's like D8 or something like that.
Oh, that's the one that came out with those but
that was a
blue and
mix-
purple pills.
Yeah, that was the mix of between
D12.
D12,
thank
there you go.
That was, I thought, West Coast and East Coast combined. Like he had a bunch.
No,
of,
those are all his guys from up in Michigan.
they were.
Yeah,
We
the
should
Detroit
do
guys.
an episode on the East Coast West Coast feud. Because
Absolutely.
It almost came to like the government getting involved. It was that bad because
It goes way deeper than you
like
think. Dude.
people were like almost civil war about it.
Oh yeah.
Most people don't understand that it went with like corrupt cops. Like we should totally do an episode on
Yeah,
that.
for
Just
sure.
something off the cuff and do an episode on the East and West Coast like rap battle.
Yeah.
It was just it's horrible.
But I guess
And then
that was my point full circle. Is I thought M was from the West Coast mainly because he worked with
I feel like
Dre
maybe
and
he
all
was
them.
associated with it, but I don't feel like he ever really like
I feel like he
stuck
was-
those ties out there like
Yeah.
Tupac
Yeah.
was like, West Coast,
No.
always throwing up his
California.
W's. Right, you know what I mean?
Eminem was more of a renegade, if you know what I mean.
That is correct.
Man, you got a lot of corrects today.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I know you're doing all right.
We're in my genre though, so
we
you
go.
know we're
So let's
flowing.
never do hip hop again.
So here's something really cool about this. So the Library of Congress actually chose the blueprint for preservation in the National Recording Registry in 2019 for being, quote, culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant.
Wow,
That's huge.
That's
That
pretty
is
wild.
That's huge.
crazy.
Who else is? Who do you think is in that?
AC/DC.
Beatles, obviously.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For
AC/DC.
The Beatles, for sure.
Probably the Stones.
Mozart.
Well, yeah.
Mozart. What was his record? What was his single?
Oh, man. Are we going to go? Okay, I got a question. Are we going to go that far back?
We can.
Are we gonna take it all the way back? Mozart, Tchaikovsky.
You're gonna kill me writing music for that. Though.
Yeah.
Dude, that'll be.
I mean, I'm not that good yet.
I think we
try.
should. I think we should actually
Yeah.
dive into it. And listen, we don't.
You would put a beat behind Flight of the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
The Saints go
I was
marching in.
just gonna say that. Yes, absolutely. But I don't think we have to record a. It's our
Yeah.
show. We can do whatever we want.
Right,
so
right.
Yeah.
maybe we don't make a song for that particular episode.
Maybe we stick with more lyrically.
I also want to cover like film scores too, like Hans Zimmer. Dude, he's like my idol.
Absolutely.
Who's
You know,
the-
he did Inception,
Danny Elfman?
Interstellar.
yeah, Danny Elfman.
Danny Elfman would be amazing.
John Williams did
Yeah.
Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones. Like,
yeah, we
I think like
Who was the one who did
composers would be awesome.
yeah,
you
let's
know?
do it.
Who was the one who did
John Williams.
John Williams. Well, he did John Williams. John Williams did for some of Star Wars. I thought it was a different guy who did the
Wait,
sequels.
John Williams is the same guy that does the Family Guy score too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
John
So-
Williams did all of George Lucas and what's his name? Steven Spielberg movies.
Who was
Yeah.
the other one though?
Hans Zimmer did a lot of like the DC. Alan Silverstein did all the Avengers.
Oh
And all the Marvel ones. Like there's
yeah.
we should do like a whole episode on just composers. Like there's so many good
No,
ones.
they deserve their own episodes.
That would
man.
be awesome.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Seriously. And then, listen, listeners out there, and we know this is our third episode, and this is kind of what we do. It's three guys in a room that are talking about music and music related stuff, and that's what we love. And so hopefully you guys are into that. But yeah, I think that there should be no we should have no kind of like bar set. Everything should be whatever we want to do.
except MGK.
I think at some point in time we probably have to
And
do
Alanis Morissette will not happen.
We probably have to
We
do
have to do
Alanis.
Alanis Morissette. What is
Yes.
what is with the Alanis Morissette hate, man?
Yeah,
It
at some
goes
point in
way
time
back.
we have to.
Oh,
we
man.
have to. Anyway, back to Jay-Z. So, by the way, this is something pretty awesome. Do you guys know the song "Girls, Girls, Girls" from Jay-Z?
I was gonna
No.
say Motley Crue.
It's off the Blueprint. Are you guys familiar with that song?
I don't think so.
And I would totally play it right now, but unfortunately we can't due to not paying for it.
Girls.
it's
not
not
that
a
Girls,
cover
Girls,
of the
Girls.
Beastie Boys. Girls,
No,
is
it's
it?
not.
Girls to do
Girls.
the dishes, girls to clean up my room.
No, it's not that at
No.
all.
Oh.
But there is a legendary singer that can actually be heard in that song. And if you go back and listen to it, and maybe we'll play it on the bonus episode just so you guys can hear it.
Okay.
It's a guy that's coming up very soon as one of our icons. It's Michael Jackson.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he actually had Michael Jackson on there. And he says, quote, this is from Jay. He said, quote, he was on my song Girls, Girls, Girls singing these background vocals, and I didn't even put his name on it. Jay once revealed in an interview with NME.
Wow. Can you imagine being that big that you have Michael Jackson, one of the most renowned pop stars, on your track
Yeah.
and don't even mention his name?
I would just love to see the footage of that. Like they're in the studio and they're like, he's here, Jay. He's here. He's like, all right, bring him in. Hey guys, you want to do some back
And he's going, I don't care,
That's pretty good. Yeah.
like if you want to flow, okay, that's what he does. That's what he does. That's Jay's voice.
So I don't know about flow, but I know about being ignorant.
It's cool. Whatever you want to do.
How's the beat go?
Could you imagine being in the room with Jay-Z and Michael Jackson?
Imagine being the guy working the board like,
Oh my God, it's amazing. So shortly after its release, Jay-Z pleaded guilty to assault relating to a 1999 nightclub stabbing of a record producer named Lance Rivera at the Kit Kat Club in New York City at an album release party for Q-Tip, who is from Tribe Called Quest. I'm a huge Tribe fan. And he actually got 3 years probation for that.
so he stabbed the guy.
Well,
Allegedly.
yeah.
Allegedly.
So apparently the altercation happened due to Jay accusing this Rivera guy of bootlegging his albums.
Oh.
So he came up, he's like, well, you keep stealing my stuff, and
so good.
and the dude got bucked up or whatever, and I guess Jay just I don't know the whole ins and outs. I tried to look up
Jay
the,
went back and he went old school. He was like,
yeah.
I mean,
where's my blade?
hey, OJ can stab somebody and get away with it. Why can't Jay?
hey, that's allegedly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
that's
my
right.
God! Allegedly, jeez.
It's because he wrote a book about it. Doesn't mean it's true.
Funny thing I heard the other day is all those lawyers are dead now. Johnny Cochran's dead. Shapiro's dead. The Kardashians.
Are they dead because
They all died of cancer,
Interesting.
which is kind of weird that they all died the same way and they're all gone.
Interesting. I mean, it only takes
I know
one
it's,
person.
this is a side note, like derail.
Oh, yeah, anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that. I'm just like,
trying to formulate.
life happens, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I guess it's just.
But
it is.
guess who's still kicking? OJ Simpson.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he'll be around for a while.
Yeah, for sure. So, always a busy man, Jay-Z dropped his next record, the double album, The Blueprint 2, The Gift and the Curse, in 2002. It sold over 3 million copies in just the United States, selling more than the previous album, The Blueprint,
Wow.
and debuted on the Billboard 200 at number uno.
Wow.
Yeah, buddy.
And the key word here, people, is debut.
Debut.
Meaning it wasn't out and people heard it and spread it. Like the day it came out,
It dropped.
It hit number one.
It
Right.
has so
number
much
one.
hype around it that when it came out, everybody got it.
Like that's ridiculous
Yeah.
if you think about it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And this is back when people were actually buying records.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like Spotify where you can just boop on your phone real fast.
Yeah.
This is, I have to go to the store. I have to purchase
Sam
this
Goody.
album. Right. Sam Goody. Exactly. Camelot. Remember Camelot?
Speaking of that, I feel like Spotify killed that industry almost. Like trying
No,
to get,
Napster did.
Napster.
What?
Napster killed the
yeah,
record
Napster.
industry.
But like, I feel like that killed that industry for it. Like, you get more artists well known, but you don't get as many artists to be as popular.
So Spotify
Yeah.
killed iTunes.
Right.
People don't buy off iTunes anymore because you
Yeah.
just stream it all. And that's why Apple switched to Apple Music. They got rid of iTunes, basically. I mean, it's still there, but they pretty much put it in the background where you can't access it. It's hard to.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, what is the point in having, you know, like I still have books and books and books of CDs.
Right.
I'm not even joking. They're sitting right over there outside of the studio. And I could walk over there and grab them and show you all these different albums like or records or CDs, whatever. But all of that can be streamed off my phone.
I mean, that's all media, though, because movies are the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
you have
why,
your streaming services. Why have a VHS or a Blu-ray or whatever?
Right. And you can watch on your TV.
I think we're living in an amazing age where it's that accessible, but
An
I also
amazing
feel
age.
like it's a crutch.
Of discovery.
Mhm.
Like, you can
Yes.
discover new people all
Absolutely.
the time. But
Absolutely.
they don't get, I don't feel like
But it screws the artist.
you're not
It
making
really
money.
does.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're not
I
making
mean,
money off of that.
no.
You're just getting known for it.
You do, but if you got to stream in the millions to make something.
Okay,
Yeah.
but in the same sense, if you're an artist who would not have been heard, like say from regular radio,
You have a better chance of getting heard for sure.
Right.
so then hopefully what those people do is come and see you live when you come to that town.
Right.
I feel like
That's where this should be, turning
So
into.
what I'm getting from this is Erase the Grace coming out with a new album.
Nope.
Oh.
I feel like they should up the amount that the artists and the publishers get for streaming. Because
Yeah.
it's like a fraction of
But
a
the
cent.
problem is,
per
dude, there's
stream.
so many cooks in that kitchen. There's so many people that need to be paid off that. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's just there's so many different so it's not like from point A to point B. It
Well, you
goes
got your
from
distributors and
but you've got the guy
royalties
who's
if you're covering.
you've got the guys who are doing all the coding on each one. You've got the people that are working in this department that are doing this and they have to be paid. You know, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And I mean, yeah, it would be nice if, independent artists could actually, make some more money off their actual, their
Right.
artistry that they're putting out. But if you can be heard,
But then again, it's also so easy to do it now.
correct.
So like
Yeah.
everybody and their brother
And
can do
everybody's doing it.
Right.
Look at TikTok. That's all I'm saying.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, the reissued version dubbed the Blueprint 2.1. So remember that last one was the Blueprint 2.
Right.
Hey, yo, Jay, what's the new album going to be called? What's the matter, Jay?
Oh, it's the Blueprint 2.
Oh, like the first one?
2.1.
Just couldn't think of a name, huh?
Guys. So this was later released as a single disc album, and it actually took half of the songs that were on the double record, including the hits "Excuse Me, Miss" and the 03 Bonnie and Clyde, which had his future wife, the Queen Bee, Beyonce, on it.
Wait, I thought Jay-Z would never settle for a woman.
Hey,
He put a ring on it.
he did.
Oh.
He did. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that later.
Oh,
by the way. Yeah. It's awesome. So Lenny Kravitz, Faith Evans, Biggie, and Kanye all had appearances on this album and actually had the song Stop, La La La, What They Gonna Do Part 2, and Beware on it. These were songs that were not on the original Blueprint double album. Okay. So they took some of those songs and they brought it over.
So here's
But
what
I read-
happened. They cut the record originally, the Blueprint one, and all this leftover stuff, and they're like, you know what? Here's part 2.
And
And then add some more to it.
Well,
and there you go.
here's part 2
Yeah.
of part 2.
Half of part 2.
So,
and then-
so to be honest, the label wanted to put a double record out, and he really didn't. Like, he didn't want to put that out. So
remember those days? The
yeah.
double CD?
Oh yeah,
Smashing Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins. Yeah, that's a great.
Who else?
Yeah,
There's-
Melancholy and the Infinite
I'm trying
Sadness.
to think who else had double CDs.
Kiss.
I know the Beatles did, but they have a huge
The
catalog.
Beatles.
The Beatles.
The Beatles. So also in 2002, Jay-Z released a collaborative album. This is amazing. Didn't know about this. Called The Best of Both Worlds, with a guy who's kind of been in the news quite often the past few years, R. Kelly.
Oh.
The first single from this record was Honey, which sampled Love You Inside Out by the Bee Gees, and unfortunately none of those singles charted. But I didn't know he did a collaborative record with R. Kelly.
Yeah, neither did I.
No idea. This is 2002, so this is before
peeing on
golden
people?
showers.
Yeah.
Yes, allegedly.
Allegedly.
You know about the whole thing with R. Kelly and Aaliyah, right?
Yeah, that he
That's a
groomed her.
messed up story.
That he groomed her.
Yeah.
She is on. She has to be on the list too.
Yeah, she's
I
sure.
loved Aaliyah.
We'll get into it on that episode, but there is some crazy stuff to that story.
Oh, yeah.
I watched a whole documentary on it.
Oh, yeah.
Day.
Wow.
He was grooming her the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me. I'll have to go back and look at the research, but I'm almost positive I remember that she was 16 when he started taking her around and doing stuff. And he got like one of her family members to sign off on it.
Yeah. He's a peach.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. So ahead,
I need to go up and shower. I didn't know that.
ahead of the release of the Black Album in 2003. All right. However, Jay-Z announced his retirement as
not
a
Metallica,
performer.
Logan. Not
No,
Metallica.
not that album.
No?
No.
Who's Metallica?
Oh, God.
I had to get one on there. There you go. I had to get one.
Suck.
The farewell recording proved to be one of his most popular, with killer singles like 99 Problems, Dirt Off Your Shoulder, which you can listen to our version of that at the end of the show and on the official Icons and Outlaws Spotify playlist.
And let us know, please, like on our Facebook group or page, let us know how we did.
Yeah.
We would love to know what you guys think.
Yeah,
Because it's a little outside of our realm.
It's
we
definitely.
are hip hop and rap fans, but it's kind of outside of what we normally do as far as music goes. So
Yes.
we want to know what you guys thought.
Yeah.
If you liked it.
I feel like I should have been a spot on there, but it's all good.
Step up, son.
We should give him
Anytime.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would love it.
Oh my God, he could do John Lennon's parts in the Beatles.
No, Ringo.
You're like,
Are you in?
Sure.
If you're in, dude, let's do it. All
do
right.
you know? Name a Beatles song.
No,
Oh,
I hate this.
If you only had one
And you can't say "Come Together."
one answer
a song?
to answer correctly. Would you answer correctly?
Beatles song.
Catcher in the Rye.
That's not a Beatles song, is
Oh,
it?
it's not?
I don't think so.
no, that's
Oh.
the book.
That the guy shot. Oh,
that's-
never mind. Okay.
The Beatles.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
They're like the
suck.
biggest all time.
I don't know a single song by them.
Oh my God.
I know some music from the Rolling Stones. About it. I don't know
The
anything else.
Beatles?
Yeah, I don't know anything from the Beatles.
Yesterday.
Nope.
Go back even further.
What's before that?
Like, they have
Oh
so
my
many
God, yeah.
amazing.
Hold
like,
your hand.
Yeah.
Love Me Do.
Yeah.
8 days a week.
Nope.
all right, you and I have to sit down and talk. We got to have a conversation. Yeah. This is
I stick
rough.
to what I
I'm
like and I
sorry,
keep it.
listeners.
I want to know how many people are yelling in
Yeah.
their cars or at work.
They're like, "What the
Their bosses are like, "Hey, we need to talk about you yelling."
Yeah, why are you yelling? This guy on this podcast doesn't know anything.
Hey, I know rap. All right, leave me alone.
So the Black Album was produced by the one and only Rick Rubin and featured other hits, or hit makers, should I say, like Eminem, Kanye, the Neptunes, DJ Quick, and of course, again, the Neptunes, because I love the Neptunes. I'm just going to keep saying that. And it attracted considerable attention. This album has sold over 3 million copies in the U.S. By the way, did you guys know that there was a Gray album that was released?
I think so. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
that sounds familiar.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you know who it was released by?
No.
No. It was a mashup of Jay-Z's Black Album
Right.
and the Beatles' White Album.
Oh, that's awesome. Black and white,
Oh.
white, gray. Ah, that's so cool.
So, have you guys ever heard about this before?
No.
Like I said, it sounds familiar, but I don't know anything about the
You guys
Beatles,
ever
so-
heard of a guy named Danger Mouse?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, Danger Mouse took the Black Album from Jay-Z,
Isolated vocals.
isolated vocals, and mixed it with the White Album.
That's so cool.
It's amazing. If you get a chance and you're out there, listen to it. I can't find it like on Spotify. It's not on Spotify for some reason.
well, we talk
it's-
about Girl Talk all the time. They do mashups. Oh my God,
yeah,
they're
Girl
so
Talk's
good.
so
Yeah.
good. Oh, but yeah, they actually put the Gray album out. It's absolutely amazing. So if you can find it someplace, listen to it. It is
Is
good.
it great? Is it GRAY or GREY?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's Gray.
Let me Google that real quick.
Into the fray.
Well, the
I go to
technical
the gray.
is Grey. Anyway, so Jay-Z threw a retirement party on November 25th, 2003. However, unlike most of the, what did you find it?
Yeah, I found it. It's GRE one.
Yeah, I'm gonna check
with
that
DJ
out.
Danger Mouse.
Yeah.
That is so
Dude,
cool.
it's great.
Can't listen to a single song on the album on Spotify though.
Right. So he threw a retirement party, right? Wait, is it on Spotify?
Yeah, it's on Spotify, but I can't listen. It's
You gotta be
everything's grayed out.
premium,
You have to be a
probably.
premium member to be able to listen to the.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, like I can't listen to a
I
single
couldn't
song.
find. Yeah, maybe that's why I couldn't find it.
I bet it's
before.
on Apple Music.
It might be.
I can listen to the Beatles remastered, but I can't
No.
listen to
Which you
anything else.
should, because you don't know a damn Beatles song.
Dude, there's a girl
And we're going to be doing the Beatles.
There's a chick at work who nonstop plays the Beatles, and every single time someone walks by, everyone just rolls their eyes because they're just like, "Oh my god."
Well, you have to at least appreciate the Beatles.
I mean, I
you don't have
appreciate
to
what
like
they
them.
did.
Just appreciate them.
I'm more of a Beach Boys fan.
Oh boy.
Name a Beach Boys song.
Hold
If you only had one chance, one answer.
No pressure.
to
What's the
answer
one with like
correctly.
surfing?
I don't know. You tell me.
What the hell's the name of the song?
Surfing USA.
Yeah, that one. Thank you. I knew it was
jeez.
surfing something.
There's a lot more there. And by
I
the
know.
way, crazy story. Cannot wait to do the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Crazy
dark one.
story. Yeah, I'm talking like Manson involved.
I don't think a lot of
story.
people know about it either. That's the
It's
funny thing.
Insane. The whole story. Brian Wilson, freaking Marilyn Manson. The whole Manson family. It's insane story. I cannot wait to do that one. That's going to be probably a 2-parter because that's
a big one.
There's a lot involved in that.
Are you going to be able to do the multiple harmonies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's got that.
What's a good one we should do? Sloop John B.
Or Kokomo.
Yes, do
You wanna do
Kokomo.
something?
Kokomo.
Let's do
Kokomo.
John Stamos.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
something weird like
Yeah.
Kokomo. That'd be fun.
That'd be dope.
Aruba, Jamaica. Yeah, why not?
Ooh, I wanna take you. Yeah, do it.
So, okay. So, again, Jay threw a retirement party, right?
Yeah.
On November 25th, 2003. However, unlike most of us that would, rent out the back room at Outback Steakhouse and invite some people from work and the few family members we actually can tolerate,
Wait, you do that?
this was a concert.
Oh.
A concert held at Madison Square Garden
No.
in New York.
Oh,
But that it was sold out.
The footage taken at the quote-unquote party would wind up being the central focus of Jay-Z's documentary, Fade to Black. However, all of the proceeds from it went to charity, which is
Nice.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Other performers that rocked the stage were his backing band, which is pretty cool. The Roots. You guys,
I love the Roots.
the Roots were his backing band during his
If
thing.
you ever watch Jimmy Fallon, they are the band on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, that's Jimmy
Yeah,
Fallon's.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's his backing band. Also with Missy Elliott, Mary J. Blige, Beyonce, Ghostface Killah from Wu-Tang, the speed rapper Twista, and so many more.
Dude, I
I'm
love
shocked
Twista.
that Beyonce was invited. It's like
Queen Bee.
Tim Burton putting what's her name in all the movies.
Oh yeah,
his
what the hell's
wife.
her name?
It's his wife.
Yeah, but what is?
But
her-
she's in every every movie.
Just about every movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember what
The girl
damn
from
name
Fight
is.
Club.
Yes.
Margot.
Hey,
or
we
whatever.
don't
her
talk
name.
about Fight Club.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Shh. So both Tupac and Biggie's mothers, Afeni, I want to say that's her name, Afeni Shakur, and Valletta Wallace even made a special appearance at the concert.
Wow.
So it's pretty cool.
Okay.
As Jay-Z had claimed that he would, quote unquote, retire, and I keep saying quote unquote because you'll find out.
This was in what, 2003?
Yeah, 2003.
Okay.
I mean, in all reality, he had the money and fame to do it if he wanted to.
Oh, yeah, he
And
could have
just
rid
been
out the
fine.
rest of
He
his
would have been
years.
fine.
But he kept on going, man. It was more of a retirement from making new studio albums.
Okay.
It didn't stop him from touring, releasing a greatest hits record, and making a second collaboration album with R. Kelly
Oh, my Lord. He really liked R. Kelly.
named Unfinished Business. Okay, I got a question to ask.
That was
Do you think that when it came down, he called him up like, "Hey, yo, R. Kelly, what you doing? Why you peed on these girls?" You know what I mean? Like, is that what happened?
Did you ever see the South Park where he gets locked in the closet with Tom Cruise and is it they're making fun of Scientology?
No, I didn't see
And
that
Tom
one.
Cruise comes in because they think Stan is the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard. And so Tom Cruise comes to visit him and he gets stuck in Stan's closet and won't come out because he's mad. And then John Travolta comes and he gets stuck. And then R. Kelly comes And then every time they try to get R. Kelly out, they're knocking on the door and he sings. He's like, I'm not coming out of the closet. I'm going to stay in this closet and pee on John Travolta.
Oh, man.
You never seen that?
I did not
oh,
see
my
that.
God. That's a good one.
Wow.
I did not see that. However, the first one they did, their collaboration album, it didn't chart or anything. This time, the release debuted at number 1 in the U.S. on Billboard 200, and it went platinum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, of course, 2004 was another busy year as, he assumed the presidency of Def Jam Records, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Making him one of the most highly placed African-American executives in the recording industry at the time. This new role led to his Rockefeller partners selling off the shares of Rockefeller and Jay taking control of both companies. So he had Rockefeller and Def Jam. You
did the notes. Do you have his net worth, his current net worth?
I was going to hold that to the end.
We'll leave it to the end.
Yeah,
but
leave it to
it's
the end.
Dude,
Leave-
shocking.
leave it to the end.
I'm like, wait
I
a
know.
second.
I didn't want you to look that up. I actually had it in here. That's why I didn't want you to have the notes.
I didn't say that's
His
what I
net
didn't wanna
worth
say.
is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, Jay-Z stayed extremely active in music. He collaborated with the rock group and future icons and outlaws featured artist Linkin Park in 2004.
Which is awesome. They actually did a live. They have live footage from a concert that they did too. It was really cool.
The Encore, whatever, was one of the best ones.
I love Mike Shinoda. I think he's so talented, and I think he's a cool dude. But man, was he really trying to steal the spotlight in that whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
Like if you watch it, he's like stepping in front of Jay-Z and like trying to rap and stuff. It's like,
Was he really?
yeah, it's like I would have been like,
footage.
Mike, get in the back.
Probably like, get out of here. So this record was a remix EP dubbed Collision Course that featured mashups of songs from both artists. The only single from the record, Numb Encore, wound up winning a Grammy for Best Rap Sung Collaboration. Linkin Park performed this song live at the Grammys and featured the one and only Sir Paul McCartney of the Beatles, who sang verses from the iconic song Yesterday.
He's a legend.
And the EP went platinum in the U.S.
Yeah, everything Paul McCartney touches goes.
By the way, do you know what I don't know if it is anymore, but do you know what the number 1 selling EP of all time used to be?
Like, give us a hint as far as like century.
90s.
Okay, it would have to be Michael Jackson around
Nope.
that time.
He never put an EP out.
Oh, he did it.
EP. Extended play, meaning between 5 and 7 songs.
Genre?
Rock.
Rock EP from the 90s.
Skillet, Nickelback.
No, it's not going to be something like that.
I mean, it could be now. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But back in the day, I'm
I don't
saying.
know. Just tell me because I'm
Who sings the song Everything About You?
Ugly Kid Joe.
Ugly Kid Joe.
Because it was in Wayne's World.
They had the number 1 selling EP of all time for so long. It may still hold true. I don't know if I don't have those notes in front of me.
I mean,
right
that
now.
makes sense. I never heard any other songs or nothing from them.
That was.
And Wayne's World was one of the biggest movies
Right.
of the 90s.
So when we got signed, we were like, yeah, we're going to beat that. Nope.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Still holds true.
Is it still?
No, wait, hold on. The hard rock band Ugly Kid Joe holds the record of highest selling debut EP with As Ugly as They Want to Be,
There
which
it is.
sold 2 million copies in 91.
I would have never guessed that in a million years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never.
2 million copies of an E EP.
But you know who comes in second?
Oh, who?
Radio X.
Who?
Hold on.
Radiohead?
No, Radio X.
Who is that?
I don't know.
If you only had one chance, one answer
Is it like a rapper?
to answer correctly.
I don't know Radio X. I'm sorry.
I've never heard that
If
either.
you answer correctly,
Oh, never mind. That's the website.
You suck.
You suck.
That's funny.
So yeah, Ugly Kid Joe. Which, by the way, Ugly Kid Joe, their drummer singer, actually went on to be in Candlebox.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know Candle? You
Like
don't know
the
Candlebox.
singer of
I don't even know who
I-
Ugly
I'm,
Kid
pre-
Joe
I'm
is.
almost positive. You might want to look that up, but I'm pretty sure it is. I thought it was the drummer and singer, but it could just be.
See, now here's the problem. I always get Candlebox and Collective Soul mixed up.
Candlebox is now maybe.
Right.
Did I mean to treat you bad? It's an amazing song.
What's
Yeah.
the song?
But I did it anyway. And they also did For You. For
Yeah.
You. Woo!
Candlebox, right? One word?
Candlebox, yeah.
Okay.
They're amazing.
Okay.
So I'm almost positive. Do me a favor, look that up real quick, just so I'm not feeling stupid. But I'm pretty sure the guy from
I think you're thinking of
Kid-
Green Jelly, Little Pig, Little Pig.
That's a great song.
Little Pig, Little Pig. Which, by the way, in that song, did you know that Tool's own frontman, Maynard James Keenan, was the guy going, "Not by the hair"? That was actually
Really?
Yeah, that was Tool's. Maynard
Yeah.
James. I'm saying, we're
He's
in my
awesome.
zone, buddy.
Yeah, Tools.
We're in my zone.
I'm not a Tool fan, but I love Maynard and I love like Perfect Circle and I love
Perfect Circle.
I
Pussifer.
appreciate
Pussifers.
all of them. I don't like it.
Love
So
it.
that's going to be fun to break that down. It's going to have to be like
Yeah.
just Tool and then
Just do Maynard and then have all his stuff tied to
yeah,
it.
maybe.
Yeah.
So speaking of Linkin Park, Jay-Z executive produced the debut album of Fort Minor, the side project from Mike Shinoda.
Remember the name.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember Fort Minor. Yeah, it's remember the name. Yeah.
Is that even a thing right now?
Yeah.
So in 2005, Jay-Z headlined the Power 105.1 annual concert in New York called the I Declare War concert, leading people to speculate who he was declaring war on, as he had a history of, as we talked earlier, calling out other artists.
Oh.
However, it was quite the opposite. The concert wound up being an end to the rivalry between Jay and Nas, with the two sharing the stage and performing a blended version of Jay-Z's Dead Presidents and Nas's The World Is Yours. So they got up together and they actually like rocked out the stage together, kind of putting a squash to the beef. Wished I could have been there for that because that would have been just amazing.
So Nas, his most famous song out of all his catalog is
World
If
Is
I-
Yours, right?
No, If I Ruled the World.
If I rule the world. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. That's his most popular.
Love Nas.
Yeah, see, I never really knew that they had a beef with each other. I knew that they did stuff together afterwards or whatever.
I remember it.
Listeners, if you want to do yourself an honest to God favor, go and listen to Nas and listen to his lyrics. He is a lyrical, and that's another one I can't wait to do because he started off young. I'm talking like 13, 14,
Yeah.
and was hanging out with like Wu-Tang and obviously like Jay-Z and all these guys as a young dude. But
He's
he was
also very credited amongst his peers because, like, if you ever watch any documentaries on hip hop, they all refer to Nas.
Oh yeah,
All
Nas.
of them.
He is a lyrical genius.
Yeah,
like
he's amazing.
He's just awesome. So Jay-Z appeared as a guest vocalist on the recordings of numerous other artists, including Kanye West, whose career he had helped foster, and Beyonce, whom he had begun dating. And the two would be married in 2008. Jay-Z also developed a large portfolio of business ventures and investments, including a film production company, a clothing line, and a stake in the New Jersey Nets of the National Basketball Association. That's right.
His clothing line.
Rockaware.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had a team in the NBA. He was actually owner of the Nets.
Yeah, a
which
large
is
part owner.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? If you got the money.
So remember that name though, the New Jersey Nets,
Yep.
and that's not what they're called anymore. We'll talk about it. Which he later helped relocate to his hometown of Brooklyn. They're now the Brooklyn Nets.
I didn't realize that they changed that. Okay.
He was the one who helped facilitate that whole change over there.
No
Yeah.
kidding. Okay.
Do you think the Skeleton Sisters are upset about that?
I hope not. I hope they're not doing a freaking episode on Jay-Z.
Still more than
That'd be amazing. All mad, like, damn it. So he
We're
formally,
like the Simpsons did it to
right,
them.
right.
Simpsons did it already.
Yeah. He formally returned to recording in 2006 with his next album, Kingdom Come, which was released. It had the single Show Me What You Got. The single was leaked a month earlier than it was supposed to and wound up being played in heavy radio rotation, which doesn't sound like a horrible thing.
No.
But however, this leak led Def Jam and the powers that be to actually prompt an FBI investigation on how it could have been leaked.
Wow.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't find much more on that. I was looking for it because I just saw that there was an FBI investigation on how the song got leaked.
Wow.
Like, it was a big deal. And back in the day, I mean, like, look at like System of a Down, had a
Steal This
album. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but like you gotta explain the situation so people understand that, when you set a release date for an album, especially at those times, when they're doing CDs and print and merchandise, it's all gotta line up to that date.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're out promoting,
There's a
hyping it
release
up.
date for a reason.
You're doing promo on
Yeah.
TV and ads, and then if it gets leaked early, then all that stuff was pointless. That's
Yeah.
a lot of money down the drain for nothing.
You're shot in the foot.
Right.
For sure. So Kingdom Come, Jay-Z's 9th album, featured songs produced by Pharrell, Kanye, Just Blaze, Dr. Dre. Cannot wait to do that
Wow,
one.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one.
And oddly enough, Coldplay's Chris Martin.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
It was yellow.
When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute, what?
He called up Jay. He's like, I wrote a song for you.
I don't know. I was just really like taken aback by that. Like, what?
That is weird.
So it sold 680,000 copies in its first week and went double platinum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you wish just one time we could have that power?
Dude, I would take single platinum
Right? Just
on
one
anything
song.
I've
How
ever
about
done.
just gold?
Yeah, gold's fine. I'll do that. That's fine.
I'll take dirty bronze.
100,000 people
I'll
know
take
this.
antique copper.
Can I get that nickel? So in 2007, Jay-Z released his 10th album, American Gangster, on November 6th, which was inspired by the gangster movie of the same name. American Gangster.
The movie American
Denzel.
Yeah, Denzel.
Yeah.
Which was directed by Ridley Scott. This record was considered a concept album with Jay depicting his life as a street hustler. The first single off the album, Blue Magic, starts off with what has been called a, quote, dealer's manifesto and refers to political figures of the 1980s like Reagan and Oliver North.
Did they also call the meth Blue Magic in Breaking Bad?
No, it's Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Wow, look at you.
That is correct.
Boy knows his drugs.
I know my drugs. Don't worry.
Do we have to have a talk?
Nah, I was in law enforcement. I got to know all the names.
Okay.
So, yeah, don't worry
Do
about
it when you do the Beatles with them.
Okay.
They'll make more sense.
So we're doing Blue Sky when we do the Beatles?
Yes.
No. Meth is bad.
Sergeant Pepper.
Yeah.
Have Sergeant Pepper.
No. I may smoke up a little bit before we do it, but that's about it.
You mean drink up?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We have some THC water here, and hopefully you guys are okay with that, because if not, guess what? I'm going to drink it anyway. Just saying. So he has his own color.
Wait,
Jay-Z has his own color.
really?
In 2007, Jay-Z spent tens of thousands of dollars for the Pantone Color Institute to create a hue just for him.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
I did not know this.
Described as a pearly blue with platinum dust, the color was first introduced on his own limited edition line of GM Yukon Denali later that year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
What is
Let's talk about having clout.
I got my own color.
Like, I you know what I mean? Like, it's just insane to me.
That's amazing.
Do you have it? Is it on there? There it is.
Dude,
it.
that's epic. And his hair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He actually has hair.
His
in that
hair's
picture.
getting crazier the older
You
he
see
gets.
it now,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It's like going nuts.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
his
trying to run
picture
away
of
from his face.
The Denali.
Is it on there? Let me
Yeah.
see. Oh, that's pretty.
Dude, it's a pretty blue,
Yeah, it's
man.
like a pearl blue. Yeah.
Dude.
So on January 1st, 2008, Jay stepped down as Def Jam president.
Oh.
He founded a new label, Rock Nation, in 2008, and it soon became a full-service entertainment conglomerate. Jay-Z proved that he remained one of rap's most bankable acts when he embarked on a highly successful tour with Mary J. Blige in 2008. The following year, he released The Blueprint 3, which bore the sound of some of his most frequent producers, including Kanye West and Timbaland. The album generated such hits as Empire State of Mind.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
mus-
Alicia Keys, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
A musical love letter to New York City adorned with soaring guest vocals by Alicia Keys, and determined Run This Town, which featured Kanye West, and Rihanna.
I love that song.
Both songs won Grammy Awards, as did two other singles from the album. Watch the Throne, an ambitious and highly regarded collaboration with Kanye West, whatever, proved to be similarly, it made a lot of money as well, with the singles Otis, Inwards in Paris,
Yep.
and No Church in the Wild,
I love that song.
capturing Grammys as well. In between the two releases, Jay-Z published a memoir called Decoded in 2010.
Talks about the Illuminati and stuff, yeah.
Maybe. He's all over the place in such a significant manner. It's crazy.
Yeah, he definitely leaves his mark.
Yeah. So Jay-Z, having finally, dropped that horrible hyphen from his name, returned to 2013 with Magna Carta Holy Grail, which in exclusive deal was an exclusive deal with Samsung, and it was made available for free users of the company's smartphones several days ahead of its official release.
And
The
then
U2
came
of
U2.
Android.
Yes,
Exactly.
Then came U2.
Now, I don't know if they put it on there. I think you can just go and download it for free.
Well, yeah, because they were smart. They didn't
Yeah.
force you to you know, enjoy that
just
album.
wake up one day like, why is this album? What is this?
I don't know, but I wish I was you too. Right?
Yeah, but it wasn't even a good album, though.
No,
Who
it wasn't.
cares?
It
You
was
still
such.
forced it on everybody. Like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're into that Force thing, huh?
Talk about that.
Yeah, we got to have a talk.
I mean, if I could put my music,
You suck.
if I could force my music on everybody's phone, I would do it. That'd be
Would you?
amazing.
Would you really do that?
Absolutely.
Would you take that?
I mean, but see,
If
the
somebody
down,
did that,
Because it would go viral. Because
The
people would be mad. People would be happy. Like, you get a mix of everything.
I feel like you get more hate than you would love. Off
see,
that.
honestly, I feel
MGK's
like
killing it right now with all the hate.
yeah, true. I feel like the exact opposite though for him. Though I don't feel like he would get hate. Where U2 got hate because the album sucked. His album would actually do pretty decent.
Yeah, the YouTube was not a good. Wasn't
Yeah.
opinion, allegedly. Yeah,
They're still icons, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
I cannot wait to do that as well.
Under pressure.
No, what?
You suck.
Didn't they do a cover of that?
I'm totally clipping that soundbite right there. When this goes live, I'm totally clipping that. That is a
they do-
golden moment.
They did a cover of that, didn't they?
Yeah, that would be Queen
I know that was Queen,
and
but
David Bowie.
But I swear that U2 did a cover of that, didn't they?
I don't think so. They did.
Hold
They did
on.
a cover with Green Day called what is it? The Saints. The Saints are coming.
I don't know, but I'm going to start muting your mic. Is what I'm going to do.
That's so amazing.
Stop. I swear they did that.
Anyway, although
Feel free from now on, listeners, to hashtag under pressure, and we'll understand what that means. Whenever you post anything, put hashtag under pressure.
or go one step further and hashtag Logan every time somebody gets something wrong about another musical guest.
Just in general,
Yeah.
you pulled a Logan.
Yeah, just you pulled a Logan. Yeah.
Oh, that's not cool, mate.
So, although the album on which the rapper reflected on his massive wealth and fame was greeted with mostly lukewarm reviews, it became his 13th release to land at #1 on the Billboard 200. Think about that.
Oh, yeah.
It also produced 2 Grammy wins. More Grammys. Guy's got more Grammys than I got
He's gonna need a big shelf.
debt. Yeah. One for best rap song collaboration for Holy Grail, which is a great song. And another for best music video for Suit and Tie. You guys remember that song? He received 2 more Grammys a year later for his collaboration on Beyonce's Drunk in Love. Suit and Tie was Justin Timberlake, right?
I don't know. I don't remember that song.
Yeah, Suit and Tie. Yeah, that's you know.
I remember
Young
Drunk
Buck.
Love because that was played at the bar when it came out.
Yeah.
It was always played at the bar when that song first came out.
In 2017, Jay-Z, having capitalized the letters and reinstated the hyphen in his name.
It's like a Prince thing when Prince went to the symbol
he
and then
just-
back to Prince.
He keeps changing it. Released his 13th studio album, 444, an extremely candid album that was in part a response to Beyonce's Lemonade from 2016, in which she accused her husband of adultery. Do you guys know about that record?
No.
Not even joking. Go check it out. She actually did a huge, this long video, like almost movie thing. And it was all basically saying that he cheated on her. Oh, yeah. It was like,
Really?
It was all, dude, go look up Beyonce Lemonade. And it's basically like you're a cheating son of a.
Let me ask you a question.
But it was like a bunch of different songs all intertwined into like one video.
If you're with Beyonce, and Beyonce is a beautiful woman, right? I think we can all agree that she's
100%.
a very beautiful woman.
Absolutely.
If Beyonce's your wife, who do you cheat on with? Like, who? Who's better than Beyonce?
Stupid is
Right?
what you are. Yeah, you're stupid. You're absolutely
Do you think it was
stupid.
Kanye?
He cheated on.
He cheated on Beyonce with Kanye?
Maybe. We don't know. I don't know. I don't know all the
He's
ins
like,
and outs.
Jay, I'm going to let you have your moment, but let me put this wig
He's
on
like,
and put a ring on my finger.
Kanye, you're looking kind of good over there.
Kanye did the whole LL Cool J thing on him, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what happened. What were you saying? You were like acting. What do you got?
I got confused with Under Pressure with Bloody Sunday. That's what I got confused on.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. That would be you too.
Yes, I got
have
confused.
so many because I've seen so many documentaries and I have so many good stories about how they wrote those songs.
Oh,
and
yeah.
came up with the riffs.
They're fantastic.
And stuff.
They started off as like a crappy little punk band way back in the day, and then they kind of morphed into their own thing.
I think they're
The
better as a
Edge
punk band.
is ridiculous.
Dude, his pedal board, his effects.
Oh, yeah.
he's got like over 400 different pedals on this giant board as big as this table.
Wow.
And so he's playing, what is it? Streets Have No Name. You know that part? It's like, that guitar part's really high part. He plays it normal with no effects, and you're like, what the hell is this? And he's like, now hold on.
He presses like 27 pedals. That was
and then plays it. It's
from
like
Make It Loud.
Like,
is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's such a great documentary. Like I wasn't I'm still not a fan of Jack White.
Oh, he's amazing, man.
I don't.
I mean, not his music, but he's talented.
Talented, super talented.
Oh, man.
Yeah, very talented. Like I respect him as a musician. When he came in and like tied up that thing and made a guitar out of
The
nowhere.
Coke bottle.
Yeah, sit down and watch Make It Loud.
It May Get Loud.
It Make It. Is that what it is? It Make It Loud.
Yeah, it's Jimmy Page, The Edge, and Jack White, and they all get together and talk shop about their songs.
Hey, Logan, who's Jimmy Page?
I have no idea.
What if
You just got that early. I have no idea.
Really?
No, I don't know who Jimmy Page is.
Jeff, who is Jimmy Page?
One of the greatest guitarists of all time.
I thought Jimi Hendrix was.
He's up there.
Oh, okay.
With him.
So Jimmy Page
he
is up there?
That's arguable. Like as far as, but anyway,
He's the lead guitarist from Led Zeppelin.
yeah.
Oh, that's why I don't like Led Zeppelin.
What?
Yeah, I can't stand their music. I like the math. The math.
Dude, John
math.
Bonham?
Yeah, I like what they do. I just don't like their music. It's just too. I don't know. It's just not.
It's not your thing.
It's not my thing. Yeah.
It's fine.
I don't like it.
It's not your thing.
A little heartbroken right now.
Well, that's kind of why we do this show, is because he has a different outlook than we do.
When we do Led Zeppelin, I'm going to convince you otherwise. At the end of the show, you're going to be like, oh, wow.
Especially when I do my version.
I can respect Led Zeppelin. I don't like. I'm not going to sit there and jam out to Led Zeppelin. Same thing with like Pink Floyd and all them. I can't get behind it.
They're two different things. In my eyes, they're two different things.
The format and the science behind how they make their music, because I love the science of music in general.
Yeah.
I can't get behind it as like a general everyday listen.
Dude, for the time when Led Zeppelin was around and they were recording
Right,
and
if I was
performing,
born in the 70s, I would have been like,
they
wow.
were like your today's top-notch, top-tier musicians as far as talent goes.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like, these dudes had no metronomes, no clicks, no electronics, nothing, and they're like, oh, my God, it's... We'll get into it on their episode, but
that's where like the
unbelievable.
The math metal came from, right? Was from like the Led Zeppelin.
Kind of. They were doing like more off tempo and off time stuff.
Yeah. Because that's that band that we like on the playlist, Idola. They do a lot of Led Zeppelin off time tempo the entire time with a lot of their songs and stuff.
Yeah, they were kind of like the catalyst to kind of bring that in, but they were also very. I don't know. They were
the first major rock band to break the catalyst of your typical 4/4 structure.
Okay.
In songwriting, so like 4/4 meaning 4 beats per measure. So you would have a verse, chorus, verse. It's pretty standard for rock music,
right?
Well, Led Zeppelin would come in and like Bonham on drums and Jimmy Page on guitar would be doing 3/4, and then the bass player and Robert Plant, the singer, would be doing it 4/4, and it like mathematically and magically worked. Which on paper you look and it's like there's no way that could work, but it did.
Yeah,
and we'll dissect it when we go through.
We'll definitely they are definitely going to be on the list here. So yeah, this record was in response to her album about him cheating,
Lemonade.
However, as opposed to being like, oh no, I didn't do that, he said he actually admitted his infidelity on various tracks and also addressed racism and politics. The couple's albums were both released exclusively on Tidal. You know what Tidal is? That listening service? Yeah. A subscription-based music streaming service that Jay-Z owned, of course, alongside other artists. Jay-Z had acquired the service in 2015 when he purchased its parent, the Norwegian technology company Aspiro AB. Also in 2017, Jay-Z became the first rapper to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Huge.
That is pretty cool.
Huge.
And Tidal's thing is like their claim is that they have lossless file. It's like high definition music. So like when you stream off of Spotify and Apple and Amazon and YouTube,
it's like
all
300
like
or something like
a
that.
192 bit rate.
Yeah.
Where Tidal is like 320, like the highest bit rate, the highest frequency. Like you get, it's like for audiophiles, music nerds that want the pure like.
Right. And we'll break that down one of these days. Maybe we'll do like a bonus episode talking about like hertz and all that stuff and the compression and how it all kind of affects music. Because
see, now we're talking more my stuff.
It all affects.
Oh yeah. All right.
So in 2018, he and Beyonce, billed as the Carters, unveiled the collaborative effort "Everything Is Love," for which they won the Grammy for Best Urban Contemporary Album. They're killing it. They are a power. If there was a power couple ever,
they are that.
They are the depiction of that.
Oh, for sure.
In 2021, Jay-Z was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is as iconic an entrepreneur and businessman as he is a recording artist. He's been involved in everything from having his own collection through Reebok in 2003, his own shoes, starting his own clothing line and turning around and selling it for $204 million, owning a chain of upscale sports bars called the 40/40 Club, which are still around. One was in Vegas, and I think they just shut it down recently. Yeah. Being an investor in a line of beauty products, being a co-brand director for Budweiser Select.
Wow.
And owning, of course, the Brooklyn Nets up until 2013. He's been an investor and an app to help rich folk, book executive flights. That's what it's called. I'm sorry. Why don't I have it in front of me? I don't know why I don't have that. So he actually had an app that would help people get flights on private jets.
Like an Uber for planes?
But it was for private jets.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was basically rich folk getting executive plane flights. Yeah. So he launched his own cigar line.
Ooh.
Bought a wine and spirits company, 2 of them, actually.
I'm about to go order a cigar.
Signed an exclusive deal with the Weinstein Company, producing a documentary on Khalif Browder, a man imprisoned for 3 years and who committed suicide when he was released. As recently as 2020, he announced the Rock Nation School of Music, Sports, and Entertainment, a partnership between his own Rock Nation and Brooklyn's Long Island University, which, quote, prepares students for a wide range of careers in performance, entrepreneurship, and all aspects of music, sports, business, and management. In November of the same year here we were talking earlier, he actually announced his joining of a cannabis production company as their chief visionary officer, which, if you think about that, was kind of funny. Like, what's your job? Oh, I'm a chief visionary officer. What does that mean? I have visions.
Yeah, you ever heard of Aristotle?
Yeah.
I'm like him, but better.
He made Grammy history last month. Jay-Z recently became tied for the most Grammy nominations in history with 80. 80. He shares that distinction with legendary producer Quincy Jones.
Wow.
He's also married to the person who currently holds the record for second most Grammy nominations. Yes.
Of course.
Beyonce's 9 nominations at the end of November put her at 79 over the course of her career.
Do you think their kids hate music? They're like, we want to be Twitch streamers.
Think about that, though.
Crazy.
Jay-Z is ranked the 88th best artist of any genre of all time by Rolling Stone magazine. Think about that.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So I got a quick little question for you.
Okay.
Who do you think is the breadwinner, Beyonce or Jay-Z?
Definitely.
No, I think Jay-Z's the breadwinner, but I think she tells him when to make the bread.
Yeah.
So
she controls the pants.
According...
Oh, hold on. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
I'm not there yet. From running around the rough and tough alleys of the Marcy projects to becoming a mogul of multiple companies, Jay-Z is the living embodiment of what hard work and perseverance can achieve. Jay-Z's net worth presently is $1.3 billion.
That's a B.
That's a B, giving him the infallible title of hip-hop's first billionaire. His wife, and everyone's like, oh, wow, Beyonce got that money. She's at, what, $470 million?
440.
440 million.
Yeah.
He's at $1.3 billion.
He can just shut that out of his pocket right now,
Here's a little shocker, and I don't understand why. Guess how much Rihanna is worth?
Ooh, I'm going to say...
Like 200?
I'm going to say 500 million.
How about 1.7 billion?
God,
wait, what?
Yes.
Business ventures. It has to be.
Let me see.
So it's not liquid assets. It's probably actual assets.
Yeah.
Because Rihanna didn't do that much music. I mean,
she's got her finger in the pie is what she's got going on.
Well, I mean.
Oh, she's a fashion designer.
Aha! There it is.
Yep.
That's crazy, though.
So, yes, not only did the guy come from rags to riches, as he says in his songs, but he literally is one of the richest people in the United States.
That's crazy.
And he literally hip-hop's first billionaire.
This week in music news.
So
I love that riff, by the way.
I know, I love that.
I wrote it. So anyway.
Did you really hear it?
No.
That's what I said. That sounds like a 60 Minutes thing.
Right. This is the week of April 3rd.
Yeah.
2022.
Oh, wow.
Not quite a bit going on in the news, but there are some interesting things. Who here likes baby metal?
Oh,
I love baby metal.
Okay.
Love them.
Why don't you explain to listeners who baby metal is?
Baby metal is a Japanese band.
Is it Japanese or Korean?
It might.
I think it's Japanese.
You know, I'd have to look that up.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Either way, they're an Asian
Correct.
metal band,
Yes.
and it's fronted by females, young females,
All females.
and the music backing are amazing. It's metal as hell.
Yep.
It's super, just awesome and very progressive, and it's cool. Yeah,
Well,
I don't
they've
know.
hung that hat up.
Wait, no.
Yeah. They're teasing a new chapter. They're actually going EDM.
Oh,
What?
Figures.
Yeah, so through the Metalverse, a restoration project called The Other One will reveal a side of baby metal we never knew existed. And then I watched the trailer, and it's all EDM with them singing on it.
Oh,
So they're not doing metal anymore.
Kind of makes sense.
that is heartbreaking.
EDM, buddy.
Yep.
Oh,
Told you.
stop it.
Europe band.
All right. Next in the news, you know who Harry Styles is?
Yeah.
So he was in
Wait,
the
who?
boy band One Direction.
Yeah, Harry Styles.
He was like the Justin Timberlake of One Direction.
Yeah.
Nude direction?
One.
A
There
nude erection.
There can only be one.
All right, I got it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So he broke the Spotify single day streaming record. Okay.
Of course.
Out of anybody ever in the history of Spotify.
Holy crap.
His new single he just released in the first day had 21.6 million streams
In one day?
in one day.
Oh.
He's so popular though when it comes to like
Well, he's an actor too, because he was in the
he's
end
an
of
actor. He has a
Eternals.
He has a makeup
Yeah.
line.
He's also
got-
with Olivia Wilde.
Yeah. And
So
honestly,
he's another Jay-Z guy who's like
Yeah.
branching out and doing all kinds. Good for him.
Not gonna lie though, his makeup line is actually pretty fire.
The
Why
record
would you
he
even
broke.
say those words to me right now?
Not bad.
Why would you even say those words?
The record he broke, who held it, is Anita, a song called Involver.
I have no
That
idea.
was
who that is.
8.6 million in a single day.
Dude, he almost
Wait, so-
tripled that.
So 8.6 million in one day was the record.
That was the record.
and he just broke it with 21.6 million.
That's like freaking 4 times the amount. Holy shnikes.
Well, I know you talk to any present day female, and you say like Harry Styles just dropped a new song, instantly like they're gonna be on it.
Like, is he that good?
No,
I mean, is he? I don't know.
He came from a boy band. It's like a Justin Timberlake thing.
everybody
Wow.
loved One Direction, still do.
Oh yeah,
it's like BTS.
Your sister Reagan was just infatuated with them.
Oh, I know.
Infatuated.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
is every girl.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
lot, man.
That's good for him though. Good
Yeah,
for him.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
In sadder news, not a death, but
Oh.
we just found out that Miley Cyrus tested positive for COVID-19. Tweeting about her diagnosis overnight, April 1st, Cyrus said she didn't regret any of the trips she was on tour. Traveling around the world playing for 100,000 people a night and meeting hundreds of fans every day increased the chances of me getting COVID. But I have COVID now, and it was definitely worth it, she says.
That's awesome. Listen, I don't care if I get flack for this or not. I love Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, so do I.
I think she's just got this like I don't give a F attitude, and
Yep.
it's super cool to see that as a, I mean, you're coming from being she was in
Hannah Montana.
She was Hannah Montana from Disney, right?
Wait, she was?
Yeah.
I thought Hannah Montana was like their own person.
Oh boy.
Wow.
But her dad being this country guy that did
And
a
her mom
really
was a supermodel.
crappy song. I didn't know
I know
that.
that,
Yeah, I didn't know that. But I mean, she's coming out kind of doing her own thing, and she's just got this I don't give a crap. And she, by the way, has an amazing voice.
Oh, yeah.
She can freaking sing,
Undeniable,
dude.
for sure.
I love this whole like dirty Pat Benatar thing she's got going
Yeah.
on. And it's amazing. I think it's awesome. And I love seeing her do her thing. And she's just got so much like penchant going on. I love it. I love
So
it.
I hope, and just so we could get flagged for COVID information on Spotify, I hope that she takes ivermectin and gets rid of it real quick. Maybe some monoclonal antibodies.
no, we wish
So now
all
we're going to have that flag on our
Yeah.
Spotify
Yep.
episode, just so
Great.
you know.
we wish all the luck in the world to Miley Cyrus on her COVID little
Yes.
journey, and she'll be fine, I'm sure.
And then last in the news, this got me really super excited because I am a huge fanboy. Deftones frontman Chino Marino and Far's Sean Lopez tell NME that they are almost done and releasing a new Crosses album and tour.
What?
which
That's
I
awesome.
love. I loved Crosses.
Yeah. Crosses is cool.
Loved it. So they got a new album coming out. They have a single up. I heard it's really good, and they have a full album coming out soon. They're going to start a tour. And
That's
I
awesome.
definitely need to
For
catch them.
listeners out there who aren't really familiar, so Crosses is an electronic.
It's very Depeche Mode. You
Yeah.
remember Depeche Mode? It's like a dark electronic.
It's a dark electronic with Chino from Deftones being the singer and the guy from Far writing the songs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like a collab thing they do. And it's cool.
I
It's
saw
really
them live
cool.
at House of Blues on their first album.
did you really?
Oh my God, it was so awesome.
Really?
Yeah, it was nice and small and intimate, and the lighting was really cool, and it was just very chill, and it was awesome.
That's
It was a
awesome.
good show.
Is that our news?
That's our news. No deaths. Hey,
No deaths.
Hey.
we made it a week.
Hey!
For sure.
I really wish I had it. Hold on. I actually do have.
Hey.
That's for no deaths this
All
week.
right.
I like that. Good.
So keep drinking Keith Richards' blood, guys. We'll make it through another week.
So that was Jay-Z. All right. Dude, tell me that guy is not badass.
He's not badass.
I hate you.
You just told me to tell you that.
What an amazing, as somebody that came, and again, we're going to be talking a lot about a lot of these guys. In the more uplifting, powerful stories are great to hear because we're going to have a lot of heartbreaking stories as well.
Yeah.
Like we just did Buddy Holly last week, and that was heartbreaking. And then we have a guy here who's just came from nothing,
Worked hard,
made more money than I'll ever see in my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's amazing. So hopefully you guys like that. Make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to all of our social media channels. Search for Icons and Outlaws wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts and connect with your favorite people, right? We produce another amazing podcast called The Midnight Train. And if you're into unsolved true crime, the paranormal, or anything mysterious, and can laugh at the craziness in all of it, we think you'll love it. You can find links to that and all the other great content we're putting together over at accidentaldads.com, our centralized network hub. Lastly, please consider supporting both shows by signing up to be a Patreon producer over at accidental dads.
I want to grow up and go to hike school too, Billy.
Where for as little as $5 a month, you'll get bonus episodes, exclusive content, and discount codes on merchandise for both shows, and video bonuses, which is where going to be dropping here today, hopefully.
By the way, jump on YouTube. I give you a little crash course on making content for your own podcast or music.
Ooh.
It's a quick little walkthrough of the steps.
Yeah, so make sure, YouTube, it's youtube.com/accidental dads right now, I think is what we changed it to, right? Is that we're there now?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. By the time this releases, that's what that will be. Yes.
Right.
So you make sure you're over there. Yeah, Jeff's doing a bunch of tutorials and stuff, kind of show you how to make the music, show you how we do the things we do, and we're going to have a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, so it's going to be fun. And there's going to be stuff on there from, the train as well as Icons and Outlaws, in which I'm extremely excited about all of this, like being able to sit around and talk to my best friend and my son about music and him not knowing a single thing.
Under pressure.
Makes me feel like a failure, but I get to teach him now.
Yes.
So that's all that matters.
But that was like a gold moment right there.
Yeah, that was
I'm definitely soundbiting that. Like you don't get better than that.
Right. So thank you so much for listening to our episode on Jay-Z. What's next week?
Next week is it could be a couple different things.
What do you want it to be, Jeff?
I think it's time we address the Foo Fighters. To be honest with you.
100%.
With Taylor, unfortunately passing away recently.
Yep.
And, Dave's going to be going through a lot of stuff. And I have a feeling that, I hate to say it, but I have a feeling that they're going to kind of disappear off the radar for a while. And we're not going to get,
I want to place a bet. I think he's going to come back with something, not come back, but come out with something new.
Did you hear his metal project he did on the side?
I'm not a monster. I'm not a big fan of it. Like, it was cool.
It's that old school metal.
Yeah. Yeah. They did a cover of a song.
It's called, the band's called Dream Widow.
Yeah, what was the cover they did?
I know what you're talking about. I have to look it up.
Yeah. It was like done on like an iPhone 5.
But I think that's a good one. A lot of people know the Foo Fighters, obviously.
They're amazing.
Taylor, just passed away, so it'd be a good, kind of.
There is a really strong history, and it shows the dedication that Dave Grohl has. So, yes, next week we're going to be talking about the one and only Foo Fighters. So thank you so much for listening to our episode on Jay-Z. And in the immortal words of Jay-Z, la da da da, hey hey hey, goodbye, good riddance.
Feeling like a
on the sleep. At the 44 club, ESPN on the street. I paid a grip for the jeans. Once the slippers is clean, no chrome on the wheels. I'm a grown up for real.
If you're feeling like a pimp, fellas, come on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies, it's pimps too. Go on, brush your shoulders off. Fellas, it's crazy, baby. Don't forget that portal music. It's get that, turn up your shoulders. 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 It's get that, turn up your shoulders.
Now let me reintroduce myself. My name is O-H to the O-V. I used to move snowflakes by the O-Z. I guess even back then you could call me CEO of the ROC. Oh, fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Flyer than a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right. Oh, not DOC. But similar to them letters, no one can do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Strick told me, do finish your breakfast. So that's what I'ma do. Take you back to the dude with the Lexus. Fast forward the jewels and the necklace. Let me tell you, dudes, what I do to protect this. I shoot at you actors like movie directors.
Like a pimp, fellas, come on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies, it's pimps too. Go on, brush your shoulders off. Fellas, it's crazy, baby. Don't forget that portal music. It's get that, turn up your shoulders. It's get that, turn up your shoulders. It's get that, turn up your shoulders.
Hey there, listener. We hope you enjoyed our song. And remember, you can listen to it anytime you want to on Spotify, Apple, or anywhere else you listen to your favorite music. Just look up Icons and Outlaws. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.